for watching. If you enjoyed the
Hi guys.
Bound only by the paper-thin wrapper of mortality, a soul here lies, struggling to be free.
Welcome to Seven Valley. Zoom boing ding. I don't know about this place, Naz.
Come with me. I need to get some cash. Where's the ATM machine?
Go see Mr. Santa if you need something.
Who's Mr. Senator?
Thank you, Jeff. And no worries.
Mr. Santa.
I've got $200 anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
There's a cave over there, Jeff. Come on, let's go. Maybe they got some answers.
Gee, I hope so, bro.
Hey, great football. Zoom. There's a secret to CC password. Wait 3 minutes. Zoomy, zoomy, zoom. Dingy, dingy, ding. Zoomy, zoomy, zoom. Boing, ding, ding. All right, before we go, let's hit up the hot springs.
You want coffee? Zoom.
Sure thing.
Oh god, that music's taking me back. Well, I said taking me back, I mean like 5 years ago. And then about a year ago with Mother Through. Ugh, there we go. How are we all? Is this Dwayne and Brando? God, it's been ages since I've heard one of their songs. Yeah, that's the, Oh, you did message me, didn't you, about that? Yeah, I had seen that, because I was following that game for a while, the fan-made Mother 4, Yeah, that's really cool they've been able to... I think it's probably a wise move, as cool as it would have been to see them do their own Mother 4, I think it was probably a fair shout. Probably a fair shout to, because then they could probably sell it on Steam and maybe the consoles as well. I assume that would be there. I mean, I don't know, maybe they're still going to keep it free, but it looks high quality enough to be paid for, certainly, and for obvious reasons, it'd be a good fit for the Switch audience as well, wouldn't it? Oh, you mean he got drunk while he was playing Dogs? Oh god, he did... Blessed, I did feel for the lad, he did get frustrated with it, didn't he? Oh gosh, was that fueled by, Oh, I didn't realise it. Sorry, don't mind the game footage stopping, that's me all tabbing out of it briefly. Let me just do that quickly. I hope he's a bit better, I hope he's feeling better today. He did well, I mean he made headway into Anor Londo, which is... by his own admission, that's not an easy part of, thank you, every bloody time that's always on.
Hello.
Now Be Right Back is on. Be right, oh B, because there are B's in this game as well, I'm so bloody sorry. How are we all? Good to see you, oh god. Hold on, see if I can pronounce it. Fakwadgadas? Like, my mind still wants to just go into calling you Bulk, but I perhaps should try and adopt that. Oh dear. Oh, I hope he's, I hope his head's in a good place today. Does he Hanover? Does he get Hanovers at all, poor Cumber? He's alright. Yeah, welcome everyone. I might alternate this from another game, I'm not sure. I don't know if this might get a tiny bit repetitive, just platforming after platforming as a stream. I've got no problem continuously playing that, I just don't know in terms of watching it. If maybe that might be a shout to swap it over a bit, but we'll see. I mean, we're obviously playing it today still. I've got quite a few options. For Howards, or for Howards, there we go. Sound like this song now, aren't I? Ah, that's cool, so we keep going back to this bit. I guess this kind of acts as a quick walk point across areas. There was a part on the Smash Brothers single player map that reminded me of this. Ah, cool. Nice, yeah, so I should have made a note of where we're... Oh no, we're trying to get up there, aren't we? Because we got, I'd say, a little bit lost on this last night. Not too badly, honest gov. But this isn't the worst game in the world to be lost in. You can still usually accomplish something or another in the overworld here. I thought that was like push it to the limit then. The Scarface song, that's something else, is it? Fair dues. Unfortunately, the music well, not unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, I guess, the music in this game is very good, so we probably won't be playing over it too much. Maybe if I, like, replay a level. But we'll probably take a break or two, so get some request on then. Did I, it's only just, I'm turning off the OBS preview on my monitor to save a bit of processing power, and it just occurred to me, wait, have I still got that Be Right Back vid on? If not. Yeah, every time I've played this game, I've really sung the praises of this overworld section. In fact, if you look at reviews of this game, it's commonly one of the things they praise the most, and with very good reasons. They get quite cool and creative with it. It's almost it's a bit Zelda-like, like in quite a few ways. Yeah, no worries, still alive. Enjoy the Ashen's quiz. I don't completely know what that involves to it, like, even though I do like Ashen's a lot. So I should investigate that. Yeah, I do enjoy that. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's, well, the funny thing in wait, hold on, I've got it. For Howargards. There we go, for Howargards. Yeah, the funny thing for Howargards, we should just portmanteau all your usernames, shouldn't we? So bulk crazy rainbow for Howargards. But yeah, I've been playing the Link's Awakening remake as well lately, and I am loving that. I mean, I love the original. I think it's such a, you know, with a few quibbles aside, it's such a lovely little remake. I'm so taken with it. It does, it does drop, it does slow down a bit. The performance isn't 100%, so it's what I could see enjoying replaying on the Switch Pro, but even then, I'm still so taken with it. Like, it mostly runs very smoothly, and the visuals are lovely. I still adore the core game of Link's Awakening. There's the occasional bit in it which I think is maybe a little too, if not obtuse, they should at least... Like, it's a reasonably easy game to get stuck on, although you've at least got the telephone thing to help you out on it. Yeah, I'm so enamoured with it. I'm chipping away at it slowly, just here and there on Switch. I think I'm halfway through the 6th dungeon on it now. So I'm getting there. Yeah, there we go, we're doing our own I've been watching that as well, Games Done Quick. This could be Poundland, Games Done Quick if you want. This would be a very speed-runnable game. I mean, I assume it, I haven't checked the lineup for it, I assume it's not there just because it's too new, but... I know someone has done a run for original Yooka there. So I'd love to see this as well. Oh, well remembered, yeah, are you quite keen on Link's Awakening as well, for Howargards? Did I get that right? For Howargards? Yeah, I did actually. God, I'm going all up in the world. Yeah, that's right, the face dungeon, so I've, yeah, just been to like the shrine that was below that. I just did the Rapids race, which is like 30 FPS the whole time on Switch. Whatever, I can live in that life. They're quite clever, they made like a little time trial option for that as well, which is a good show. Maybe I could stream a little bit of that. The thing is, I love playing that game in handheld mode. To be honest, I generally love playing Switch in handheld. I don't know, maybe I could do like heart piece hunting post-game on stream. Oh my goodness, what's going on? I love this trash. Oh my gosh, I used to subscribe for 11 months, oh my goodness. Oh, is that saying you've, oh, well, whatever that's saying, thank you so much, regardless. And thank you for the, I don't recognise what that's from, but that quote is registered as very profound to me, so thank you. Thank you very kindly. And thank you for your gifted games as well, man. Have you, did you, Because as I say, you might be surprised with oh god, what's it called? Yoku's Island Express. As I say, it might be worth trying out the demo for that to see if it will run on your laptop. If not, I do apologise. Come on. Ah! Oh dear. Ah! No, we've lost Laylee. Is that pasties? Oh yeah, pasties! Hello! Yeah, just need a bit more of this today. We'll see how far we get. I think it depends on how close to the end we are. I might intersperse this with another game for the next stream. Ah! That's silly appropriate for this. How you doing today, pasties? It's you've been back in work, I assume, since you said since Monday, right? I hope that's been going alright. Have you been able to ease back into it relatively, or was it really busy right off the bat? And perhaps off note here, have you also played Uncharted 3 today? Also, have you died abruptly like that? Tyrant, is it? Yeah. Oh, you can relax with some nice yells of frustration emanating from the gap on my face. And I die repeatedly in this. It'll be alright, laugh. Speaking of the emanating sounds of that. Speaking of. Hello, Cricket, and by extension, Tidus. How you doing, Cricket? I forget. Do you watch Games Done Quick as well? I've just had that on the background at various points throughout today. It's such a nice bit. Like I've been really enjoying they've done a Mega Drive Genesis block with some really cool kind of hidden gem games in there. Stuff like Shadow Dancer, which is part of that Shinobi series I really like. I know there's a Garfield game in there as well, which I'm gonna bet is probably not one of the best games on the system, but actually has. It's quite a late Mega Drive game, so if you look at clips of it, it actually has very good animation and such. Whether it does the proud legacy of Garfield any justice, I can't say from direct experience, but let's be glass half full. Let's assume it does. Oh, can I not hurt those? Oh no, I guess I'm landing on their blades, aren't I? Yeah, those fins. Ah! Laylee, oh god, she's really hard to retrieve when, Ow. Did we just come... Yeah, she's really hard to retrieve in these currents, so... So I'll tell you what, then we'll wait for that one on the left to go away. Wait, what? Didn't it kind of go away from here, that current on the left? Let's try... I was really expecting it to go away with comical timing, right, as I tried to go on top of it. Well I can deliver some rear end smashes. God, that's line number 500 million for me. I'll ask you not to quote out of context, but we just need the bat friend back. Here we go. Right, here you go. Hey, there you are. So we can't do that unless we have our bat friend. And I just lost her because I was rubbish, but because I was rubbish again, we went back to a checkpoint, and so we got her again. Circle of life, innit? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a lot to just tune into here and there, Cricket, and then I catch some of the re-uploads after the fact. What's that way to... I don't know how you could get that feather. Oh god, no, no! Okay, I'll take that. Actually, there's more control in... no, yeah. I was going to say there's more control in that current than I realise. As I demonstrated both good and bad there, really. Turns out you can kind of slow your ascent on it, which actually is what we're all... Yeah. Well, actually, you can even basically move down a bit. Okay. That works for us. There we go. Okay, knowing that has made this level a lot less intimidating, so I'll take that. I will also take that. Cool. Wait a minute, did we get one right at the start? Yeah, we got one of those coins right at the start, but I think we've lost it. It's tough to say. I think in a way... I think this is more forgiving than Tropical Freeze. I mean, granted, you can max out on, or at least get a lot of lives pretty easily in Tropical Freeze. But even so, you don't have lives in this game. And I would say checkpoints are more frequent in this. To be honest though, off the top of my head, they're probably not that far off, in terms of... oh god. In terms of how often I die on each stage, there we go. If she could not fly right up against the spiky surfaces, that would be great. I'd say they're similarly challenging. I think Tropical Freeze possibly more so overall, but then I've played every level in Tropical Freeze, and I haven't played every level in this yet. Either way, they're both absolutely sublime platformers. I love both to bits. So they both come recommended from me. Yeah, it's a good question though. It's no, I mean this, as I say this, I mean it's fairly obvious that this evokes Donkey Kong Country so much, and honestly one of the traits of pretty much most of all Donkey Kong Country games is how difficult they are. I mean, granted the difficulty goes on the scale in games. I'm not about to say any Donkey Kong Country is on par with like the most difficult Ghosts and Goblins or anything like that. But they are still frequently challenging games. I suppose quite forgiving going by platformers of their era, since even the ones that have lives, you still have a save system. So you know, you're not going to be sent back to the beginning of the game or anything. But yeah, Tropical Freeze is a pretty darn tricky game, isn't it? It's I got obsessed with going after gold time trial medals on Tropical Freeze actually, which I don't know if I recommend for the state of one's mental well-being, but it was actually really fun, to be honest. I both get maddened by, but also really enjoy the process of trying to speedrun levels in a game like this. Not to the extent I could possibly attempt to speedrun a whole game at once. I can't. I haven't got that in me. Oh yeah, so well the weird thing is, so I've got the big ears on her. I've also got this thing where the enemies leave behind flowers when they die, because I thought that was lovely. But yeah, we've got that on, so that's that one. So all secrets emit a faint sound that only Laylee can hear. The problem is I keep forgetting about that, because I'm not sure if I'm hearing the sounds. Or I probably am subconsciously and just not registering it. I mean, the funny thing is, you can couple that with, there's a big head for Yooka, there's a big head mode for Yooka as well. Although that just is there for comical effect. And I guess N64 nostalgia, because every N64 game has a big head mode cheat. Like, pretty much without fail. It was the peak of comedy back then. But yeah, to be honest, I found Yooka having a big head really distracting. It's weird with Laylee, but it's not as, I guess because we're not platforming as her directly. There we go. But yeah, expect many deaths. This, I mean, the flow of this game isn't too... I mean, you respawn really quickly after dying, checkpoints are frequent, and you have infinite lives. So it doesn't feel outrageously difficult, but... if we were, like, trying to play us without dying in levels or things like that, it would be going south very quickly. Because you might notice the death count is quite high. And there's a little bit of me going, oh, damn it, that kind of reaction, but... I'm not getting close to for want of a better term, I'm not getting close to rage quit levels on this. It could happen, especially on the kind of now infamous final level of this. There we go. So many feathers. Which, it's only like a couple of things you can buy with those, really, but it's enough to kind of incentivize trying to get those. I mean, the game might keep track of it, honestly. It might be one of those games where if you talk to, like, the right character, you get, you just get a stat on, like, how many hours you've played, how many deaths you have. If it's not the triple digits by now, it might be on its way there, to be honest. Is there anything... Well, we've got all these, like, sort of game-specific achievements. Which I think just correlates to the Steam equivalent achievements on there as well. So yeah, some of these are quite helpful, some of these tonics. They do lower how many feathers you'll end up getting, if they benefit you. They basically threw every idea out there, including this horrible one that ruins your controls, basically. That's one of my least favourite things in any game, if you get like a spell cast on you that limits how many that inverts your controls, basically. That just I can't function with it, I really can't. Oh, that's right, we were in here yesterday. Yeah, we made a good bit of headway on this yesterday. There's a good chance I probably won't be able to stream on the weekend, so I'm gonna try... I was keen to stream today, and hopefully at least one more weekday this week. I'll have to see. Yeah, pretty much all the characters from the last game come back on this. Yeah, because I can put the big head fit on the next level. It's only for the platforming levels, those tonics, not for this overworld bit. Notable content. So that'll be another thing where we help our friend out there. So I assume we need oh yeah, we need to activate that, basically. So that's probably gonna... the big thing with this game is you affect the states of levels in terms of, like, their condition, or... Is there a golf flag looking thing there? But yeah, as I say, you spend quite a lot of time in this overworld. It's definitely one of the game's unique selling points, I think. Also, just look how pretty it is. It's very effective, simple, yet really pleasingly colourful art style. Hiya, Reggie! How you doing, man? Yeah, I hope you're doing well, man. Happy New Year. Oh gosh. Not Happy New Year to me as of this second. Let's try that again. How you doing, Roger? Thanks so much for coming in. God, I think it's been... I'm thinking of when you and Fahowagards came in to the stream, I think. Because that was the Mother 3 stream. I think that's going on a year now. I'm pretty sure I started Mother 3 last January, because I think I set that ultimatum that I want to get through it, so... 2 AM stream confirmed. It was a bloody 2 AM stream confirmed. Yeah, there we go. So you do that. You come across those pages, which were kind of like the power stars or jigsaw pieces in the last game. On this, you come across them, you just get a little single screen challenge room like that. We just raised the value of the land that our capitalist monstrosity of a friend, Trouser the Snake, has, so he's now been able to back up the price. It's gay. Right, ooh. Yeah, we're quite short on that. Because to be honest, there's been quite a few levels we haven't got many of those coins in. So that's kind of how the game sort of But I mean, we've got 4 levels to do that. Well, I say 4, I mean like 2 levels and then alternate versions of them. Like you'll notice one of them is like a frozen alternative there. And one of them's the cold version. And up there as well, if we can figure out how to get there. So hopefully by the time we've done all those levels, we'll have enough coins for that. It's sort of a bit of a light way of kind of possibly blocking progress if you don't get all the coins. Or not necessarily all the coins, just a good chunk of them. Which I know that kind of thing can be frowned upon a bit. I don't mind it too much as long as it's kind of gently done. It doesn't seem too bad here. It's just kind of a nice little bonus where you can kind of skip past a few levels if you get enough of those coins, I guess. No. Oh, that's like ice in... It's like in those Pokemon Gen 2 dungeons, isn't there? Where once you're on the ice, you can only go in like... You can't stand still. It's just always moving like this. Yeah, I think it was Pokemon Gen 2 that had these ice caves, these ice kind of dungeons, wasn't it? Ah. So this is quite interesting, actually. We're going to do the alternate version of the level first. Because usually it's the version that just appears on the left on that screen you end up doing. No, Rayman's the worst case scenario for... so here we go, here's the big head mode for you. Actually, no, we'll let them both... I'll take that one though, because that one... Actually, no, we'll put that there. Okay. There we go, so we've got big head and big ears. Oh my god. Do you see what I mean about the head being a little... Well, maybe we can work with it. I mean, we had a tonic on yesterday that, like, changes the resolution to the equivalent resolution of the original Game Boy. So I can't pretend this isn't workable. It probably kind of is, really. But yeah, there you go. See how far we can get like it. I don't know how he rolls with that massive head. Doesn't seem terribly workable to me, but what do I know? And yeah, if you've got David Wise, the Donkey Kong Country composer on the soundtrack, like you do for this game, you're guaranteed some really nice, atmospheric, relaxing music in the game. It's definitely what we've got here. Really nice treat. Oh yeah, Reggie, yeah, I was streaming quite a bit of that CTR, yeah. Yeah, really nice remake that. Yeah, no worries, man. Great to see you again, but you know, never any pressure or anything. Yeah, that was a bit 80s. Yeah, it is a bit 80s montage. You mean the Pagey music, right? When they do like their little trick. Yeah, that did occur to me actually. I think I said it sounded like montage music. Yeah. I somehow want like clips of those bits of paper flexing, I guess, or whether on a beat to hug another piece of paper, or other things you do in a Rocky montage. Oh god. Ah, I also don't want to lose my bat. I hold on to these as well. These are the, it's sort of like a pineapple grapefruit, it looks like. There we go. Yeah, because often they used to solve a... They're often used to solve like a level, like get to a secret in a level, but sometimes it goes on long enough that with one that it just doesn't really, Sorry, bear with me a second. There we go. Hi, Jeff Yards. Thanks so much again for the sub, Jeff. Thank you very kindly. Greatly appreciate that. What about a... Because I've got one of those chins that has, like, not a hole in the middle, but like a slight, what do you call it? A divot, I guess? I don't know. I'm trying not to say bum chin, basically, but... Alright, fine, I'll say it if it means we can get it. Can we have a bum chin mode as well? Represent, please. Why not? Be a laugh. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Jeff. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, Dimple. Yeah, probably just that. Well, actually, Jeff, it was... You're right, it's a very jazzy thing, but it was kind of as a joke, really. There's this mode, if you look there, GB resolution, which you can colour with this one. So you got original Game Boy colour palette and original Game Boy resolution. So that's you can imagine that's quite. We played a lot of the level yesterday in that mode, actually, which is like, I don't know, like 200 pixels by 144. It's not that, but it's something like that. And they were surprisingly workable. It was all pretty readable. I mean, you've got a lot of sort of bright primary clashing colours in this game, so even when you drop the resolution, it's all still very readable. And of course we had some jokes saying that's what the Switch version looks like. It's a bit mean. Especially because I understand this is meant to be a very good version on Switch. Okay, Batman Shin, yeah. If we phrase it that way, I think people would be very accepting of that mode. Yeah, let's get a Batman Shin mode in there. That would be a tremendous idea. We'll do the right on coins, actually. Less so on getting punted in the face, but that's okay. Here we go. So yeah, as I say, this game went free as well on the Epic Store. Only for a day, unfortunately, so it would have been quite easy to miss. I probably should be a bit upset, because I obviously did pay for this on Steam, but I mean, I got 16 quid for it. It's nice to have it on Steam, and I'm also just happy, A, that the developer basically got a no questions asked paycheck, just to have the game put on free for a day. And also, it probably means more people get to play it, so... As you can tell, I'm quite enamoured with this game. And quite sad to understand it might have not sold terribly well. So anything that helps it, it's good by me. So, like, yeah, have you been, Jeff? You've been, I think it was this week you went back to work. Was it this week or last week? No, because I think last week you were still streaming in the weekdays, weren't you? Forgive me if not, that's my legendarily awful memory failing me if you in fact were working last week as well. I feel like I saw like maybe an Octopath stream from you in the day, more than this last week. But I've been hideously wrong on this sort of... He was streaming his court cases! Oh god. And he put the game as Phoenix Wright on Twitch, I hope. You would be able to distinguish it. Damn it. Actually, to be honest, now that I'm used to it, this big head mode isn't... It's more workable than you might have expected! If I get an F for my clients. What would the tone of that be? Like, imagine just like raiding a really dramatic... Or even not just that, just imagine like being part of a stream raid for like a really banal, like a mild case of tax, like a very mild case of tax fraud or something. On like a double-digit figure. Would that be particularly hype? Maybe. I know a lot about laws, so perhaps in its own little way it would be. Do we need to get up there somehow? See, in any platformer like this, you just have to assume any bit that doesn't look terribly within reach probably is, one way or another. But this actually might not be, because it... Yeah, it might be a bit too awkward, I think. I just maybe we get an ability that can help us out on that. Oh, nice, Reggie! Yeah, I really love the bit I've played of Luigi's Mansion too. In fact, Pasties91 in chat, I'm planning to play it in co-op with him at some point. You know, there's like the modes where you play as the green Luigi. Well, no, like in the main game, you have the green Luigi you can summon and have follow you. You can also play the game in 2-player throughout with that, so we're going to do that at some point. I played like the first couple of hours of the story mode, and yeah, it's a lovely little game, Luigi's Mansion 2. I find the ghosts fighting quite fun, but I think, to be honest, in all of those games, it probably gets a bit repetitive. That's why I don't think Luigi's Mansion 1 being short is really that bad, to be honest, because it doesn't outstay its welcome too much for that. Whereas even though I like the second Luigi's Mansion, I think that one did outstay its welcome a little bit. I think 3 probably goes for a nice balance on that, maybe. But yeah, it's super, I was really struck by that, how I still said I liked it. But, yeah, no, I was really struck by how creative Luigi's Mansion 2 was, yeah, 3 even was, yeah. So I think it'll make for a really fun co-op game. I'm not sure if I knew you had a Switch, Reggie. Did you get that recently, or am I being forgetful? Oh wait, sorry, you said Luigi's Mansion 2! Oh, so are you playing Luigi's Mansion 2 on 3DS? Oh, my bad. Oh, you can tell I need to. You're a cheeky monkey. Oh, that was so strange, man. Just like minding my own business in the dentist office, I just hear from the corner of the room a small child going, "You're a cheeky monkey, you're a cheeky..." Almost in a haunting, it was a bit like the twins in The Shining, to be honest. I mean, maybe a bit more playful. Well, I was gonna say maybe a bit more playful than that, but then... I don't know, the twins in The Shining sound playful. That maybe makes them creepier, though, but... Yeah, I don't know where he got that phrase from, but... he just kept saying that over and over. I tell you what, the kids were wild in that dentist office. Like, one of them got asked when they were at the desk, like, "Oh, is the dentist nice to you?" And he just goes, "Nope." Which, thankfully the parent was there to be like, no, he actually was, but... yeah, a lot of quote-unquote cheeky monkeys. I think they're projecting the kids. I mean, so was I when I heard that comment, really, but it's in just a zoo. Yeah, they do good. Hey, don't judge. They do good work there, and they totally don't discriminate with their clients. So good, I guess. No, sorry, you mean the second one. Yeah, no, the second one is very fun. Sorry, I feel bad saying it. Like, it did outstay its welcome a little bit for me, but it's still a really fun game. Do you get that for quite cheap as well? Because I imagine that's probably in Nintendo's budget range on 3DS, I would guess, by this point. I don't know why the walls behind me keep closing. That's a strange detail, that, isn't it? I should have known you would use that sound effect a lot quicker when I added that. You've got a lot of mileage out of it, fair play. There's probably more. That's from the Pokemon Stadium announcer from the N64 Pokemon Stadium games. There's probably more I can add from that. I tell you what, Yooka's head being this big is surprisingly workable, so at least for now, I think we might keep it like this. Plus, it's just amusing because it'll probably raise eyebrows when people first come into the stream and are sort of like, interesting choice of gigantism they went with for the main character. Very valid comedian even. Here we are. These are nicely... I'd say the length of these levels is just right as well. They don't... They're quite lengthy, but they don't outstay their welcome. But also, I like this level because we've actually got all 5 of those secret coins on it, so... Which... That might be the first time that's happened, actually. Usually we miss 1 or 2, but... pasties. I told you not to tell that. But that does expose our lie, because I've been saying we both live in South Wales, which I think, unfortunately, I might be wrong, but I think this lot probably realise that, don't worry about the game stopping briefly. This lot probably recognise that Chester Zoo isn't in, South Wales. Maybe we could fool them still, though. There we go. Zoo take home 11 for the weekend thing. Ah. Yes, please. Sign me the hell up for that. Although I'd probably find a way. Not intentionally, but that poor lemon. I'd probably have it taken away from social services, wouldn't they? Wouldn't I? After they see my performance on Holiday Lemons. Speaking of, I was an idiot. I forgot to re-host those Holiday Lemon streams. So the only thing we have left from it is the, there you go, fella. Yeah, so unfortunately those Holiday Lemon streams, the only thing we have left from them is the clip, Jeff did of me accidentally dropping the lemon off a cliff. Although it was off the bridge it was building. Which, I mean, to be fair, summarises them quite well, but... oh, that's really annoying, like... basically what it is, when you finish a stream on Twitch, it stays on Twitch for like, probably about 15 days, I think. So they probably haven't been long deleted, those ones, but yeah, I kind of mucked up, unfortunately. Here we go. Alas, pasties, yeah. But my intentions are good. I'm not one of those players that deliberately kills the lemons. It just happens because I'm rubbish. Actually. Yeah, at some point we'll get the ability to add a fourth tonic as well, which I could do with, really. Just for a laugh, actually. I'll show you the low resolution mode. Hey! Look how pretty it is. We played this for quite a while yesterday. Like this. And then Grum came in and said his eyes were hurt, and I was like, well... as ambitious as a streamer as I'd like to think I am, I'm not, but I'd like to think. I'm probably not aspiring to cause bodily harm to my victims, I mean my viewers, so... that was probably a fair point to turn it off. But yeah, look how pretty it is. I mean, I didn't finish I finished all but one level in that Holiday Lemons pack. So I don't know if I'm going to just do that quickly on the side sometime. Or if I'll save that for next year, I don't know. Yeah, I like... yeah, I like Silver Gunner. I find that hilarious, the kind of stealth, kind of bait and switch, Well, no, it's a team, isn't it, Silver Gunner? Yeah, I love their kind of bait and switch, sort of, you think it's going to be a game song, just upload it to YouTube, and then it's... was it like Snow Halation, or the Flintstones theme, or, well, they get quite clever with... well, they generally are very clever, but they get very clever with some of them. One of my favourites was, they did one for the song for the track Silence in F-Zero on SNES, and it was just 3 minutes of silence. Like, there was no audio at all. I think they did that as well with the theme of Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5, and then just had someone going shh at the end. So yeah, they're very funny. I know they've done a lot of, I think I saw that title, Kim for Another Day, but admittedly I'm not too sure what it is. I know they've done all sorts of weird little projects on that too. Yeah, I do find their stuff very funny. The funniest thing is seeing people link a video, like a song from there, thinking it's the actual game song, like in a forum thread or something similar. The poor song doesn't realise that like 20 seconds in it becomes becomes God knows what, like an anime meme song or something. A bit of a laugh. No worries, Jeff. Yeah, we've had a few people play Sword and Shield for Homework Guards. For Homework Guards? Yeah. As I said, I'm probably skipping a Pokemon Gen or two, but I've really enjoyed watching people like stream it, or Pasties was showing me where he was on the game. It does seem very nice. I like how you can tell it's set in the UK in a few fun, novel ways, and like the music's really good in Sword and Shield as well. I've really noticed that watching people play it. You asking in case anyone can like trade Pokemon or such. This is a bit of a novel level. We actually have to find 5 gems for this thing here. It's a bit like those Mario Maker levels actually, we have to find 5 red coins. Let's change the pace. I do wonder what this will be like. I think it was a snow version they said of this level. So I guess it won't be frozen over, but I do wonder how that will change things. It's just a pretty game this, with really nice use of colour. I'd say I take it back, the game sucks, but I can't do that every time I die. Which is a lot, admittedly. But yeah. I mean, if you squint, it could be a bit Mario-ish. I do wonder, whenever they do like a new 2D Mario game, I do wonder if it would take on more of this art style. They're not going to do the new Super Mario Bros. Look again, are they? I don't know how you cut those. Yeah, I always love this in games when the music, the instrumentation changes when you go in and out of water. It was a lovely little touch there. So, oh gosh. Oh wait, is this the way forward, or? Ah, no, I see. Cool. Oh. I don't know if having a big head makes, like, projectiles more difficult to avoid, or if that just... Maybe it's like a bullet hell shoot 'em up and I still have the same small hitbox. I'm not really clear on that. Oh, Jeff. I forgot it said that. So, for those who don't know the context of that, if you... The last level in this game, the titular impossible lair, you can actually attempt it at any point in the game. And, if you fail on it, which inevitably we did, because it's really hard, because the idea is you're building up defense for it as you clear each level. But tackling it pretty early on, you're probably not going to succeed on it. And if you fail, it of course says in big bold letter in epic fail, because apparently this game was made in 2006. Very curious. But that well. No excused. Yeah, we've almost done platformers back to back a little bit, because we, I guess if we don't count the Christmas streams, which granted I did kind of make Hat in Time a Christmas stream, because we went with a Christmas outfit, but... yeah, double bill of this and the Hat in Time, more or less. Oh god. But it's just, oh god, the mix of the fruit being that big and... it's all adorably monstrous, isn't it, that sight? Yeah, I love me a good platformer. It's a very good platformer. So I don't know how long it'll run, just to... I mean... I do wonder at what point, because I think we've got about... yeah, we've got 22 bees, because basically every time you beat a level, you rescue a bee. And then I think they basically help you out on the final level by being an extra hit you can take. I do wonder, because the final level is meant to be quite long, but I do wonder at what point it becomes reasonably feasible to actually go for it. I'm tempted to give it another go at some point. Like, just for the novelty of being able to have a go at the final level, really, but I'm not really under much illusion I'd be able to absolutely finish it, no questions. No questions asked, really. To be honest, I've heard people say even with all the bees it's very difficult, so... Right, is that a bottomless pit, or...? I feel like it might be, but I'm not completely, like, the fact they painted that red is kind of... I completely trust that. What we could do, actually... Damn straight! Oh, Yooka must be so tempted to take a bite. I bet the taste of it is pretty sweet. Okay, there we go. So we've got the checkpoint there, so... I assume it's a bottomless pit. Oh, no! No. Okay, no. So we'll happily take that. Waste the fruit because we're rubbish, but it's okay. And yeah, it's one of the tonics I should say one of the tonics we have on as well is one that does give the enemies googly eyes. Which they usually have anyway, but you'll notice they have especially that kind of weird... with red, I guess sockets? A word, but... a curious choice. Perhaps there is a bit of that, Jeff, alas. I must accept the cruel reality of it all. Of staying up a bit late, and then having it be entirely my fault. But not wanting to take responsibility for it. God, life is cruel. But yeah, I hope we've all had a good week. Do any of us have Christmas post-festive blues? I get them a little bit. I suppose there is also probably a bit of relief as well in terms of... you know, it's nice to have family around and whatnot, but it's also nice to go back to the status quo. But I don't think even the Scrooges of the world really like taking the Christmas tree down, do they? Wear Google Glass? Is that what it looks like? Sign me the hell up. That's interesting, they've got another one there in the background. I guess that's for the alternate level. So I'm a little confused here, because I would have... yeah, this was the way I went earlier, wasn't it? Yeah. So I'm not completely sure where the other two are, at least immediately. Did I go down here? Oh, I don't think I did actually, so... See, I'm mostly playing this with the D-pad, but I actually switched to the analog stick. I did this with Tropical Freeze as well, actually. Swapped to the analog stick for swimming sections. You basically get 360-degree movement at that point. Yeah, it's lovely. I was just thinking, it sounds like it could have lyrics to it almost. Do you kind of hear that? It sounds like it could be like a laid-back country song or something similar. Oh, I think I have done this. Oh wait, no I haven't. Or if I did. Oh no, I didn't actually. Ah! I'm back, Yooka. Oh, Laylee even. I'm playing as Yooka. There we go. Right, let's try and get that.
The other day,
Thank you.
I was ordering a turkey, but I'm a chicken god. Your beef jerky?
Damn straight. Dolly Pot. I can't remember what it was, but I hear the song on the radio that, like, it's one of the songs everyone knows. I can't remember what it was now. And I was surprised at the end to hear it was a Dolly Parton song. I was like, oh, that's a Dolly song. Even though it's probably, like, one of the biggest hits, whichever one it was. So it's probably me being very forgetful and whatnot. So, a bit of a light panic here. I'm not immediately sure when the last, so we've got 4 out of the 5 gems we need on this level. I'm not completely sure where the last one is. Oh, it's probably down here, actually. Oh no, I think these are just, oh no, I think that's just like a secret little bit. Come here, you. Ah! Ow! I'll attack you. There we are. Cool. Alright, still alive. How did the Ashen's quiz go? And also tell me what the Ashen's quiz is. So that is to do with Ashen's, right? As in like Poundland Extraordinaire Ashen's, isn't it? Oh, did we not already have this one? I don't know why I thought we did. Oh. Sorry to hear. Well, did you enjoy it at least? Please say yes. There we go. Yes, there are a gazillion groan-worthy puns in this game. And I'm honestly okay with that. Hey. There's no fix for our gigantism, though. I mean, there is, just turn that cheat off, but we shall not. Yes, there you go, we got 23 Bs now, so I assume that means we basically can take 23 hits on the final level, which is also technically, well, not the first level, but it's like the thing you do right after the kind of tutorial level in this game. Yeah, it's a really interesting choice, that. Like, I assume there are speedruns that are just the final level, I imagine? Ah, this is quite clever, so here we jump on there, go on there. There we go. The next stop is what I like to call Flagstaff Forest. Treasure can be found on top of the tallest flag. You're under the shadow of a doubt, so so I guess you measure the tallest one by the shadows. I'm assuming the sign means over here? Yeah, it's got that one. Probably not that one, and we can't tell by that one really. I assume he means. I mean, it also has to be a flag post we could get to the top of, and none of these seem to immediately qualify, to be honest. Agreed. Unless it's over here, maybe. Let's have a look. Oh, really? I have watched Game Explained. I'm trying to think who John is. It sounds like that. Yeah, I also sound like the adults in Charlie Brown and Snoopy Peanuts cartoons. I mean, I have to see which one you mean, yeah. Was there a British lad on there? I haven't kept up with them as much. I do like those guys a lot, though. I follow a few of them on Twitter. I probably follow the guy you're talking about, and I just don't realise it. Well, that's quite novel. Oh, Jeff. Hey, I like the puns. I like them. I mean, I am also passive-aggressively saying I'm easily pleased whenever I mention I like them, but... That is one. I think this and Hat in Time are very similar, like, game quality-wise. I'd say they're both very good. Hat in Time is a much wittier game, to be honest. It is much funnier in its writing, but... Well, there's still a charm to this one. I mean, it's somewhat reminiscent of Banjo-Kazooie, perhaps unsurprisingly, which... is definitely not to everyone's taste, kind of understandably, but... No, whatever. It reminds me of when I was 8, so I like it. We've got a roll faster tonic. Sounds pretty good. Oh, there you guys go. Have you read the description for that? So, Yooka says it's flying. Laylee calls it falling with style. Oh, that's a certain reference that I think will speak to a few of us, won't it? That's fun. You cricket clapped. Oh, I'm sure you guys will be thrilled to hear as well. My room is not heated up like a sauna because I'm not overclocking my CPU. I've changed that setting, but it's still turbo boosted to a high clock speed. Which seems like that would be still overclocking it, but at least so far. I mean, maybe an hour in, I'll be on the verge of fainting, but that is something of a relief at least. But yeah, if I ever have to overclock the CPU for a game, do send out a search warrant if I just stop talking during the stream. No explanation. A very likely like, seriously, it got so warm in here yesterday, and you think about what time of year it is. I mean, part of the problem is I can't have my fan on that loud. How do I get there? You would be able to use that, but... Yeah, a bit cooler today, thankfully. Streamer died from overclocking the game at Game Boy resolution. That is the only acceptable tabloidy headline I've ever seen. I would be completely fine with that obituary. I mean, I wouldn't be okay with the fact that I need an obituary, but that's what they call making the best of a bad situation, you see. Oh, well done, Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, well done, still alive. I think I've heard Lords of the Fallen is a ridiculously difficult game, so credit to you for that. Fair play. Praise the sun. Oh, this is a lovely looking medal. I assume we're okay on the technical side of stream. The stream doesn't look too compression-y in motion, I hope. Because as I say, I'm very confused at the fact that I'm not dropping frames. Like, at all. There are 0 drop frames according to OBS. So of course that's setting off worries that, like, am I just streaming at a bitrate of 2 without realising it? Oh, okay, no, we gotta make that, haven't we? Come on, we can do that. No, we can't. It's hopeless. I was amazed he said he doesn't find those, because he doesn't find those bosses that bad in Dark Souls 1. What? I always call them Owen Hate because I can never remember. Ornstein and Twat. Yes, that's the canonical name, I believe. Yeah, oh god, you think I'm dying a lot on this? You have no idea how many times I died on those two in Dark Souls. Oh, if it didn't get to triple digits, it probably didn't get to triple digits, but god, there was so many. There's a reason people despise those bosses. Yeah, Cutler, fair play to him. He said, like, oh, he doesn't find those that bad. He just doesn't like the, some of the enemy placement in that world, as he very rightfully said, is very difficult. On Dark Souls, that being Anor Londo. To be honest, I found Solaire. I love it. I love Knight Solaire to bits, but I didn't find him very useful in that fight, if I remember. At most, he was just kind of a decoy, because he would die really quickly. And then it became a case of, like... Well, that's why you use the humanity, isn't it? So you can then summon Knight Solaire. So it became a case of, is it worth burning for all my humanity? But, like, he would still help even a little bit, at least. Just not as much as I would have hoped, given how difficult those bosses were. Oh, man. It's between those two and I think the Knight of... Is it Artoriaris, I think, from the Dark Souls 1 DLC? Those are the two I found the hardest, definitely. Oh gosh. Oh god. Oh, so I lost the Feather Trail and I lost Laylee. Good stuff. Brilliant. This is not a game I can stay mad at. At least pre-Impossible Lair, maybe post-Impossible Lair. It'll be a game of absolute fury. You can't be mad at a game with music like this. I hope the soundtrack's on Spotify, actually. I'll probably add a few songs to a couple of my playlists on there. bit of a shame because they. So that I guess it's the green feather. Yeah, that green one. They always do those feather trails, which are obviously meant for you to go along them. I never get all of them or even close though. A bit tricky for that, but oh well. Just 1080p. Yeah, am I streaming that? What resolution am I streaming that at the moment? Actually, let's have a look. Oh, I am streaming at 900p. Yeah, I could probably go up to 1080. Honestly, I can't change it mid-stream, unfortunately. Yeah, I guess I am doing 4,000 kbps. Is that kilobytes per second? I assume on this CPU mode, on the fast mode. Which is probably not a setting I can get away with on like a really demanding game, I imagine. Just very quickly, I'm going to try this as well. I'll sharpen the game a bit. But it might also cause frame rate problems, so I'll keep an eye on that. We'll see. Hi, Ubalian! I like this pattern of coming into the streams with an unexpected sound effect. Good shout, my friend. Okay, yeah, I think that is causing frame rate. Never mind. Fair enough. Perhaps I can find the less demanding way to do that. How you doing, Ubalian? Yeah, no worries, it was at 9 o'clock. What time did I guess I started streaming 7:45. Yeah, no worries at all, Jeff. Thanks so much for coming in. It sounds like you're having a very busy week, man, so I hope it goes well for the remainder of it. I hope you get to relax a nice bit on the weekend. Yeah, thanks so much, Jeff. Have a good one, mate. Good night. Oh, actually, no, yeah, good night. It turns out to good evening, but 9 o'clock is very definitively good night, isn't it? I have to be careful of that. I think in my head, I think it's earlier than it is. So then we'll finally get that fabled 2 AM stream of this. I'm sure there's something at the top of this, but I can't quite. No, maybe not. God, I don't know how I didn't die then. I was really risking that. Jeff, you better believe that'll be 5 hours. And hopefully I actually remember to archive it, unlike the poor Holiday Lenin streams. At least we got a clip out of those. I just wish there was a way to make Twitch automatically re-upload past streams to YouTube. I just inevitably forget every once in a while, so I lose a stream or two. Oh, I was supposed to jump on that up there. Make them respawn. Yeah, there's got to be something up there, surely, isn't there? I don't think this is the kind of game where the enemies respawn. You know when like enemies respawn after you leave the. Oh, there's something up above here as well, actually. It might be to do with. Yeah, it might be to do with that on the left. Oh no, wait, hold on, we can still barely get on that. Oh, there isn't something up there. Oh crap. I should be like a particular kind of pickup that we throw against that, but I think I've come across that. Oh well. I think I've started to get a bit fussier about on previous levels in this, I haven't minded missing collectibles. I think it might be knowing that we could easily not have enough of those hidden coins for the next gate we need to unlock in the overworld. I think I'm starting to get a bit more fidgety about that. Oh well. Cool. Ah, there we are. Got this one at least. Look how pretty the water is! Well, I mean reasonably pretty. It's probably not, speaking of rare, it's probably not Sea of Thieves level, but... to be honest, I don't think real life water is as gorgeous as Sea of Thieves level water. This one's still very nice. Oh, nice, Ubelium. Have I beaten the... I don't know if I beaten the game in 2020. Oh, no, I did. Well, I mean, I started playing it last year, but yeah, I think it was this year I beat The Tourist on Switch. Highly recommended, by the way. So I guess that's the first game well... would you count that if you started the game in 2019 but beat it? If I'm honest, I don't know anything about, what was it, Sea of Solitude? It is, I think, with one Y, yeah. There's sort of a weird ongoing thing in the game where they have, like a lot of the islands, there's like one that's called Ibiza, but spelled differently to the actual Ibiza, things like that. It's a weird running, not really running gag, but running thing they have, yeah. Yeah, I tell you what's still alive. I'm happy to take sound command requests. Certainly consider them. And yeah, I quite like that one. Duff beer for you. I'll have one too. Sorry, my voice can't go that high. Evidently. It can when I'm 14 and answering the register at school, and then it gets pretty embarrassing. As my voice cracks, but not as much when I'm older. But yeah, Duff beer for you. I'll write that down. There we go. I've got like a... I've got a, I've got like a Google Drive document. Like, it's alongside important, like, job hunt stuff. Just this stupid one full of sound effect commands I want to add. It's a great use of my resources and time, honestly. Hello, Ben. How are you? Ben, look at my head. Look how accurate it is to my real-life head. And also, happy birthday, oh my god. Yeah, happy birthday, Ben, why not? But also, Happy New Year, Ben. And, yeah, have the happy birthday on the house as well, why not? Feeling nice today. Hope you're well. No, you... Yeah, I mean, that is pretty much what they said, right, you Bellion? Yeah, it just, like, has the occasional dip, but... Which, yeah... Which, as I say, paints it as, like, a really excellent version on Switch. I know my oldest brother did get this on PS4 and plans to play it at some point. He's almost wondered if he should have got it on Switch, because he does love the portability of Switch. I mean, if he ends up playing it on the TV, it'll obviously look better on there than on Switch, but... Like, I love that when a game has a... Like, no matter where you play a game, it's going to be a great version of it. And they seem to have accomplished that with this. So fair play. I had to time that a bit better, though. Oh, yeah! Yeah, I know the one for homework. Got it already. For Quovagods? I'm gonna have to look up the phonetics pronunciation of that again. But yeah, like, $5? Get out of here. That's such a good one, yeah. To be honest, it's unbelievable restraint on my behalf that I haven't just got like a million Simpsons sound effects on there. We certainly got quite a few, but god, there are so many I could add. So yeah, I look forward to more of those over time. I am dragging my heels a bit on adding sound effects though. It doesn't take that long, but it takes long enough that I can end up procrastinating on it a little bit. So if I can, I like to maybe add sound effects once a month. But then I've missed that because I didn't add any in December. Which, we can excuse that because we're being a busy time of year, right? But yeah, as I said, I've got a bunch of sound effects to go on that. To add on that. Yeah, so well, Cricket's played Sword and Shield. Yeah, past these, like a few people here have. Are you looking for trades for homework cards? Did I say that right? For homework cards? God, it's been a funny couple of days in terms of username pronunciation, hasn't it? With a certain other one yesterday. Cool. Oh, I can't roll into that belly. Fair enough. God, this is a very good evening relax game actually, which is funny because it's it's a challenging little game, but levels often have this very pleasant, serene atmosphere to them, and I don't know, just this nice, cozy, bring you back to a child kind of 2D platforming, or back to being a child even. I might be thinking that a bit less come the Impossible Lair, but let's revel in the happy times for now, shall we? Cool. Lovely. Nice one. Thank you, man. To expand your minds. Oh, it's like a video related to, is it? Ah, fun. Ooh. Yeah, I swear I'll get back into Pokemon one day. There's no. Please believe me when I say there's no animosity there. I'm not sort of like, oh fuck Game Freak, but, you know, just have to take a break. These are like lengthy little RPGs, so. You know, it's okay if you miss a couple. God damn it, Cricket! It's always when I'm sort of given a light kind of, if not a light critique, or just like a sort of, yeah, you know, I'm not going to do this film for now, but that's okay, I still like it. It's always when I'm trying to sort of minimise my guilt over what I'm saying. That's the bloody Savage attack comes out. I guess they're all still, I guess Pokemon Stadium man can tell when the can notice subtle, bitter resentment. Yeah, that's interesting. The upcoming Pokemon Direct as well. What are people expecting from that? Like, is there going to be maybe like a spin-off game? I caught myself being very stupid and hoping they might announce like some sort of Pokemon pinball thing. Because I really love the Pokemon pinball games on Color and Advance. But that's never a good idea to hope for something very specific during a Nintendo Direct style thing. If it's a bit of a deep cut like that, because it's the chances are really low on it, and you are just setting yourself up for disappointment. Just these people being bitter, like, well, they showed cool stuff, but not the cool stuff I wanted, so I hate them forever. It would be like that, but I would like to see something like some sort of Pokemon pinball thing. Let me play in like portrait mode on the Switch and undocked mode, that'd be fun. Oh my gosh, what are you on about still alive? You barrier. Have you seen the sales figures for Sword and Shield? I think they'll probably be alright. I was gonna say I'd like to see them keep doing action games, which I think they probably will. And to be fair, I'm saying that, but I still haven't played the last one they did, Giga Wrecker, I think it was called? I like the weird elephant platform that they did. I played a bit of like stuff like that Japanese only Mega Drive game they did, Pulseman, or Drill Dozer on GBA. They've got a really good history of action games as well. And Harmonite on 3DS, which was sort of a platformer mixed with a rhythm game. That was really cool. And what's cool with their non-Pokemon stuff, like their modern lot, you can tell it's still like the same Pokemon artists. So it's really cool to see that art style on it's cool to see that art style on Pokemon things as well, but it is really cool to see that artist just in general. Especially when it comes to like 2D artwork. Yeah, I am recognising traces of this level when we did it as a frozen version. So a nice change of pace to be doing it like this. Oh, we've got a surprisingly large amount of these. Get the feather, get the feather! Yay! Got the coin as well. 4 out of 5, I'd say that. Lovely. I've heard of Jelly Boy. Isn't that like, wasn't it like the first one was released internationally, but the second one was Japan only, having their SNES games? Or am I thinking of something else? To be honest, I'm amazed Yooka's head with this big head mode. I'm amazed it fits in here. I'm quite shocked it fits in the frame now, really. Tembo the Badass Elephant, that's the one, yeah. Oh, you belly a little... Aw. I thought that looked alright, Little Town Hero. It really came and went, didn't it, unfortunately? I mean, it got a bit of a muted critical reception, didn't it, Little Town Hero? It's a shame, I like the idea of it. Oh, that's cool. We never see that, because I think that's the first time it's happened, but... Because we got all 5 gold coins on the second version of that level, we got a gold flag there. Yeah, I've definitely got my work cut out for me if I want to go back and 100% this. So many levels I've missed stuff on. I.e. basically all of them. Oh, they both feels worse when I like freeze them up. I'm sorry, buddy. Look how miserable they. Oh. Okay, after we do this, we're not for any like gameplay reason. We're definitely turn them back to the version that doesn't make them ill. Oh, that's quite fun actually. So we have to. Wait, are we done? Wait, do we have to time this? So we gotta hold down Y. I assume we have to get it during that bit, right? No, well maybe not, because we don't really have enough time to. What if I try doing it here? Ah! We get so close! Something else we need to do. Look at that! We almost activate that. Dynamax Town Hero. Yeah, do a Pokemon crossover with it. I do wonder if there's probably not that much interest in. Oh wait, hold on, I probably just need to jump to it, don't I? Sure, because I thought that'd be quite a funny thing to, like, try and do it sliding across the ice, but. That's me doing, like, armchair game design, but I think that would have been more novel. Ah, well. There you go. Oh, we got so close. I assume we have to anyway. Do we have to... There we go. Gosh, that was a bit of work, wasn't it? Hello, Joa. Hello. Oh yeah, I think I have it, and it's got like that Jelly Boy game or Jerry Boy, Smart Ball. That it's got like really weirdly westernized artwork with like angry eyebrows, doesn't it? Which doesn't reflect the game at all because it's a really cutesy little platformer. We tried to do like an American Kirby box art on it. How you doing, Joa? I guess this could be a bit of late festive gaming. We're in very Christmassy version of a level here. And I think we're pretty much keeping big head mode on as well, Jara, so we're living our wild lives over here. Being a bit mental like in it. Hope you're well, Jara. Oh, how far did you get into Shield, Jara? I know Pasties was telling me like I've heard from various people, including Pasties, that like on Pokemon Sword or Shield, you can spend hours like before even going to the first gym. It's quite cool, really. It reminds me of like Zelda Breath of the Wild and being able to. Like, it took me so long to. Oh, Damn it, I didn't mean to go down there that early. It took me so long in Breath of the Wild to like finally take on one of the main dungeons, the Divine Beasts. Just wants to keep exploring. Oh, is that the Kirby anime theme you're riffing on there? Nice. Catchy tune though, isn't it? I like Kid Dedede in that show as well, like the weird, like, kind of a curious choice giving him a strong southern accent for the dub. Quite funny of it. But he's got that weird snail companion who's a bit whatever, but... Oh, Joe. I mean, that's fair. If you, if, like, Let's Go you haven't beaten, then yeah, you want to go back and play that. And if you don't, that's fine too. Shield is for players who keep their guard up. Is swords for the offensive ones among us, though. Wah! Speaking of offensive, or displays of offensive, be bad gameplay. Just ignore that, that some of the enemies are a bit fiddly with that googly eye extra hit point tonic we've got on. Not like that, not so much, but that big crab fella is a bit of a pain. We can use that. Look how big this shell cut becomes once we again, this is all surprisingly kind of workable. Oh. Yeah, to be honest, I think the last time I played a Pokemon RPG was probably... I did buy Yellow on 3DS. I had a bit of nostalgic fun with it. I didn't get too far, I think just a few badges. It was a bit of a childhood power fantasy really, because I only had Blue back in the day. Oh, Blue and Egg! There's not much in it between them, was it, aside from like a gym difference and or like no, gym leader difference and just region exclusive Pokemon. Funny thing, I had a friend from in uni who went to like fancy dress parties, like with the society, they did them every year, and each year he came as a different Pokemon Game Boy cartridge. So like the year he came as Pokemon Blue, I was like, way, because that was what I had. Which is weird, because Charmander's my favourite Pokemon, so I don't know, I didn't go for Red, but whatever. And then when he was Red, I was like, that's neat, but... Jokingly, I swear I wasn't completely straight-faced about this. I didn't murder him, alright? I resisted. But yeah, no, fair play... No, seriously, he's a really nice guy, actually. Fair play to the lad. He just built these big cardboard Pokemon Game Boy cartridges. And just printed out. I don't know what size paper he would have had to have used, because he was wearing it, I guess, like, you know, like advertisement signs some poor person on the street might wear. He was just wearing it like that, basically. Please come to me, Laylee. God, that bloody crab. Look how tiny their eyes are without the googly eyes. You probably can't make them out on the stream if you're watching it in a window. Sure. To be fair, I actually really like the character design in Sword and Shield as well. I think I did see... yes, I'm aware. I did see one of the, cases where, like, the two gym leaders were different between the two versions. I did like both of them. It was like, oh my god. Wow, this... the death count in this bit alone. In my defense, this enemy is in a really horrible place. Sort of out. Look at this horrible place they're in. There we are. As I say, we are, we've got that tonic on, this googly-eyed one. Partly because it's funny, we also do get a quill bonus from it. Like a pretty hefty one. Like basically half of our total by the end of the level. But it does mean the enemies take an extra hit. And we do sometimes lose quills when we die. I'm pretty sure we lost a crap ton during that section. God, I don't like those... Oh, I tell you what, so I think what we probably want to do is get this. Because that might only take off one hit though, because again, because of the googly eyes. Oh, but we do get the shell back, so there we go. Finally! There we go. Now that I'm not completely rushing this section, it might not go completely horribly. Yeah, the funny thing is, Joel, the big head mode, at first I was like, I can't platform with that, it's too distracting. But I've just kind of accepted it as the norm now. I've grown quite fond of it. And we've got like another tonic on where this isn't the only effect of it, but one of the effects of one of the other tonics we have is it makes Laylee, it makes the bat, it makes her ears really big, so we're having a bit of a big laugh over here. No worries, Joe. You better. I love that the sad DK emote becomes very. It's a bit guy from CSI, isn't it? Like lowering his sunglasses to make a stupid like one-liner that then accompanies like a guitar riff and whatnot. It's so great the way they're slightly below his eyes. It's always fun seeing those custom emote features, seeing how well they line up with... Oh god, speaking of lining up or not lining up well. Yeah, seeing how well those line up with an emote. And sorry if you can hear a door closing, that's my... I think that's the window being open. I'm taking all precautions after yesterday, and I don't want it to become a sauna in here again with the PC. But that said, the door opening's getting a bit annoying for me. I can't imagine what it must be like if you can hear it on stream, so maybe we'll have a look at that. But yeah, this is, again, this is technically an altered version of a level we've already done. But power to them, they've really changed this level up. Like, it's not very... It's the same basic premise, because it's a bit of a non-linear level. Where we... Oh, damn it. I'm trying to get this one to go down there so we can jump on it to get that coin. And I just got it to go back up here. Oops. There we go. Please go, please go, please. Ah! Alright, tell you what, maybe as it's... Well, I took off one of its hit points, so not great. If this was Yoshi's Island, I would just gobble it up and... Oh god. Guess we don't get coin then. Fair enough. Well, we could do this one, but... Maybe we'll try this one. I still have a chance. Though we did lose our friend in the process. At least briefly. Got lovely strings going on in this sauna. Oh, damn it. Oh no, it's okay. Ooh. I think you're probably meant to do it with the one on the right, because it's a bit awkward with this one, to be honest.
Penguin Ye 1?
Co-signed. I don't think we've had any penguins on this, actually. This is,
Penguin Ye 2?
Oh god, they're all coming out. Oh, what? I thought there was that. Oh, maybe it was the feather, because that came by here. Oh well. Sad state of affairs that was. Oh well. Cool. Let's just get out of this stupid room. At least we got the gem we came in here for. Yeah, I'm loving this, Joey, yeah. I don't know, I love me a good, quick, pacey platformer with cutesy characters, so... Yeah, I was just about to say that's I guess with the numerical spelling, did you say? Yeah, you got it, nice one. My door agrees, apparently. I'm just gonna if we pause the game, I'm just gonna quickly pull my window in a little bit. Back in a sec. There we go. I mean, it is raining a little bit as well, so I should probably... Let's not ruin the windowsill, shall we? That'd be nice. Yeah, how are you, whereabouts do you think you are on Uncharted 3, Bastos? How far in do you reckon you are? I assume you're... You haven't, like, beaten, like, the campaign, like... Oh god, that's really hard to time. You haven't beaten the campaign, I assume. Or have you, and you're just, like, in the post-campaign, mopping up trophies you've got phase now? I can't bounce on those other two, so...
I'm such a big cupcake.
Yeah. Pretty sure I heard Nathan Drake say that once. He's probably right. Ah!
I'll have to give myself a promotion.
Yeah. Rest assured, I do plan to add more Robotnik sound effects as well. I think if he's not there already, Robotnik / Eggman is going to be the most... the biggest, how would I say that? He'll have the most sound effects out of any character or... I was gonna say voice, but I think we might have some across different versions of him. Oh, you have completed it on easy. Oh, nice. How was it in total? Did it have like a good story, good ending and all that? Because doesn't that one explore Nathan's origins a little bit, I want to say? I watched Matt play a bit of all three of them. As I say, if I had the PS4 here, I'd probably stream the first game soon. Oh, I rushed that. Certainly on my behalf. No, I'll be playing them a lot more casually. I don't think I have the patience to go on like Uncharted 1, I'll probably just play through on easy or normal. Like, I'd be tempted to go for easy, given what I've heard of it. Although pasties seem to indicate, yeah, hard would, sorry, normal would probably be alright on there, so... To be here? Oh, I see that. Funny for this, the sound effect, like, you know when it goes, ooh, when you find a secret, which I guess that's what the ability is, but that seems a bit redundant, really, because that's after we've gone in the area with the secret anyway, so that's not that helpful. But that's really similar to the recent Rayman games, at least Legends. I think Origins did it as well. They make a similar kind of, ooh, like, sound effect when, you just come across a bit in a level like that. I'm not saying they copied, but to be fair, even if they did, like, who cares? It's a fair enough idea to take inspiration from. Oh, Laylee doesn't agree though. Fair enough. It's lovely, isn't it, Joe? I think the original, yeah, actually, yeah, the original Ukulele soundtrack, which is also very good. That's on Spotify. I'll have to look up this one on Spotify as well. Definitely add a few tracks from it to a couple of playlists. One thing I really love is Spotify. There's quite a lot of game music on there, especially from like big indie games. You better believe I've got Crypt of the Necrodancer songs on my exercise playlist. Yeah, honestly, a lot of the levels we've played, like, tonight on this have had this kind of relaxing atmosphere to them. It's been really nice. Oops, your uncle. Actually, we don't even want to go down there, though. I guess we could go past this area quickly. Well, ideally, I'd just go back to where we were. Let's get past the dreaded Crabbo. I really don't want to die there again. But I also don't want to deal with these enemies again. Let's go into that one quickly. Jump over you. Weaponize your friends. Not actually weaponize your friends, so possibly get the just desserts for attempting to do so. we are. Ah, screw it, let's just go through. Or not. Leave me alone! God, these little snails are terrorising me in every aspect of my life. Foul creatures. There we go. Oh, you feel like Uncharted 3 is probably the weakest story of the three? Oh, interesting. Why am I going up here again? I don't really need to. Oh, actually, was there this little bit below here that I... There's probably another way to get up there. I know people tend to really like the ending to the fourth Uncharted, don't they? I think people generally say it's a really good conclusion to the... at least kind of to that particular saga of Uncharted. And then I imagine the Lost Legacy was them trying out something new with different, some of the other main characters in the series. To be honest, out of the PS4 ones, I'd probably be more interested in playing Lost Legacy than 4. Like, I quite like what I've heard of the structure of it. Apparently it's quite clever with how it's... Like, you go between different puzzles in it. And like the way it kind of changes them depends on what order you do the game in. Apparently it's really clever. She's not been dead for... She's been dead for like 10 minutes maybe. Yeah, so basically she... so you'll notice now I took a hit, Jara. Once that happens, Laylee starts flying about. It's a little bit like Baby Mario and Yoshi's Island, sort of. But the thing is, if I catch Laylee again, I haven't really taken a hit. She kind of acts as an extra hit point, as well as let me do a few abilities like this little brief mid-air hover and a ground pound as well. So if I lose her, I can't do those, and if I get hit again when I don't have her, I die. So what happens, if we lose, we have a chance to like get her back, as I say, when we get hit. But if we leave it too long, she flies away. So then we, there's a... In the levels you have these bells scattered about. And if you hit the bell, you get Laylee back, basically, if you don't already have her. Right, here we go. Those enemies are bugger, because as far as I can tell, there's not really a way to kill them without a projectile. So we don't have... okay, these ones we can. Which is nice, because we need to buy some time in the air, alternating between these platforms. Tiny bit precarious, as you can see. Ah, driving. Oh no, okay. Yeah, here you go. So here's the bell I'm talking about. You can tell it has a bit of a bat motif going on. So we know that's of interest. There we go. Oh god, I just realised my duck in there is going to be difficult. We're okay. So I think, is that one more gem I think we need on this level? Yes. And admittedly... Oh, is it up this way? See what's down there, but... I don't know if we get in there through another pathway, or... I think it's through there, no. I think this way was just the... As far as I can tell, I think the only thing this way. This is a really interesting level. No other level I've played has been structured like this, where you just kind of go about in a really non-linear fashion. Come back, Laylee! Actually, the funny thing is, the big head does make... we didn't have to worry about it in those cannons, but some of the kind of Donkey Kong Country style barrels in this game. Like, I think it's one of these you actually... Yeah, that one we have to time. And despite the fact I failed that, I swear I think it's made a little easier by Yooka's head being so big. Probably not easy enough, but... Oh, do we need to... Ah, there we are. Did we go in here? You'll have to forgive me, it's difficult for me to remember 5 minutes ago. Oh, wait, I think we did, didn't we? Because this was, yeah, this is where I didn't get that coin. Possibly can't? I'm not really sure. There we go, so let's throw that one down. This last time I tried to bounce one of these through, if I didn't press jump at the right time. Oh, there we go. Nice. Well, at least we got that one. But yeah, truth be told, I'm not completely sure where the other gem we need is, but... Gosh, Rebellion. Yeah, I don't know if we immediately, that would be a weird way to end the, Pokemon, to end the Smash Brothers season pass. I don't think people would generally be that receptive to that. I mean, it'd be cool to have a Sword and Shield one in there, I guess. Hiya, Matt! Hello! I suspect you're... because you said you didn't want to have this spoiled for you, didn't you? So if you've only got audio on, or if you haven't even got the video on, don't worry, I do, I think we've... Ah, god damn it. I think we've all been there in terms of someone in our group streaming the game that we're interested in playing, so we don't want it spoiled for us. I hope you're well in any case, Matt. Oh, we might not have been this way, actually. No, we haven't. Unless I somehow missed those feathers. God, I wouldn't want to spend too long in that water, frankly. It's probably not of a terribly high temperature, frankly. Yeah, no worries, Matt. No worries. Has someone else streaming? Oh, Nick's streaming out of our group.
Come on now, race!
I forgot how abruptly I cut that off. It's a bit of a tease, really, not getting the everybody supersonic racing following it. But quite fun. I think certainly, I'm sure Matt is. I'm sure much to Matt's delight. I think Sonic is probably the franchise with the most sound effects in the catalogue there, isn't it? Usually it could be Donkey Kong, which is, you know, another high-ranking one, but... Just I Teach Vader alone has ensured we've got loads of Robotnik ones, at least. Oh, sorry, that wall's full... which one? Oh, lovely, Jara. So this is making for a very cozy evening game, and possibly cozy evening streams as well. It sounds like, so that's nice. As I said, I just don't know if me streaming this game multiple days in a row. I'm happy playing it myself. I just don't know if that's monotonous to watch, which is why I was thinking if I stream again this week, maybe I'll do another game. To be honest, though, I am really enjoying this, so... As long as people are happy with it, I'm happy to keep playing this until I beat it on stream. I mean, I will do either way, it's just whether I alternate it with another game or not. We'll see. Oh, Cricken. Not bloody birthday cake! Oh, you troublemaker. How many coins have we got now? Gosh. I love that animation of him pulling on poor Laylee's legs there. Mad. So, oh, we got enough coins for that gate. Level up there to do as well. Let's go see what the new world is, shall we? Then we can come back to that level. It's quite nice having that freedom. Yes, yes. Go on then, gouge us. The achievement for that is 5 paywalls and then 2 exclamation marks. And then just scum. Full stop. I don't think you're meant to like Trouser very much. But rebel that I am, I still somewhat do. He's a funny chap. Oh, we've unlocked all of his paywalls as well. Ah, nice. So he promised before if you go back to his house after paying a few of his paywalls, that will get... oh yes, I said I'd sort you out, mate, because they feel worse like this, so there we go. You get a much better now, don't you? There we are. I can bring myself to leave a good cloud in misery. Absolutely not. But yeah, so Trouser promised something cool if we, like, paid for more of his paywalls. I didn't expect that to be the last one. That's interesting. What we got? Oh god, so we have to invest more coins, So we pay for it and he'll cook us dinner. Okay. Yeah, no worries, Matt. If I'm starting to describe things in a spoilery way, like, you know, please don't feel you have to, like, keep listening. As I say, it's, well, I mean, it's nothing but rudimental projectiles, so that's quite good, actually. Oh, is it barbecue?
That kind of talk is taboo around here!
That's sort of a taboo way of wording that sentence. Bad Trouser, bad Trouser. Oh, it's a bit annoying, so I assume that's how we get to use another tonic at once. Which I was hoping we'd be able to do straight away, but no, we need another bloody 30 coins for it. Ah. Tell you what, actually, despite what they said earlier, let's... Because we just need to throw a bomb up there. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, actually, it looks like that bit loops around, so... I guess we probably can't get up there anyway. Fair enough. Cool. Okay, my room is starting to heat up a bit now. My computer's still not, like, outrageously hot like it was yesterday, but... yeah, god, streaming in the summer is going to be a bit tough. Let's see what we can do. Maybe I should turn that turbo boost mode off. Oh god. Oh, I forgot there were talking trolleys in the first game as well. Guys, in these Yooka-Laylee games, they really give the most... Like, some of these inanimate objects they personify are kind of depressing. Like, what can a shopping trolley amount to? Probably quite a lot. I'm sure I'm underestimating them unfairly, but... I mean, probably more so than the pipe, because at least they can move about. If not gesticulate particularly well. Bloody hell, Laylee! They're not that rusty, they look relatively sheeny. Oh yes, they were in a Bubble Gloop swamp style area last game. Oh, thank you. Oh god, they tell us to use sun cream. Being an outrageously pale white fella, I have to use a crap ton of sunscreen. The sun is not friendly to me. To be honest, the heat of my PC, I'm willing to bet I'll get sunburn in here somehow. Because we all know sunburn is a heat thing, yes. I love my house. Oh no! Oh, the trolley has a sandcastle house that they really like. I think that might be the character who got a bit of a short change in the first game. So they're kind of like the camel from the Banjo-Kazooie games. Oh, I'm really sorry. Oh, I'm about to destroy his livelihood. Oh, okay. Well, that's especially ironic in light of our inability to. Oh, this area's quite cool. Wait, are there sharks? I guess they are, but they look somewhat innocuous. I guess we have to get up to the rocks there. What do you think? Oh, is he? Nice! I like Battletoads quite a bit. I mean, I'm rubbish at it, but I like it. I have to load to scratch your map. Well, like here. Do I need to scratch my TV? Oh, this area's very pretty. Where's your rod? You're like middling to competent adventurers. Oh, did we? Try over near Highbury Towers. Oh, he's actually going to look for it himself. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's got good backstroke technique, hasn't he? Lovely. Yeah, it's really nice here, actually, isn't it? I'm quite taken with it. I was saying earlier, Jara, I never get anything including real life water is as pretty as Sea of Thieves water. It's still very nice here. It's very pretty. There we go. Yeah, it's quite cool. You get a bit of overhead platforming in these bits. I mean, they designed they designed these bits quite cleverly, so this perspective could easily be a bit of a problem with trying to judge height or distance. I think they lay out the level in a clever enough, these bits in a clever enough way that it doesn't really become a problem. Oh, this is nice. There's a lot of you get this in Dark Souls 1 actually, among other games, where as you get further into like the overworld area, you find ways to kind of add in shortcuts. You get like a one-way door, so we push that box down, so we can now move from this earlier area to there a bit more easily. It really gives the sense. It's like conquering the overworld in a Zelda game. This game, it's really cool. It's just a clever design. Lovely. And it'll also be easier to go back this way. You buy bottled Sea of Thieves water. I would as well. I don't know if I'd drink it. We all know the saying, water everywhere, so let's all have a drink. Dot Matrix, is that another Game Boy one? How many Game Boy tonics are there in this? Because we've got the colour one and the resolution one. Oh, is it a Dot Matrix printer? Oh, okay. Maybe a Dot Matrix Game Boy printer. No, I'm thinking, like, you know the original Game Boy model, it has that text on the on the top of the screen bezel, doesn't it? Something like, I think, Dot Matrix with stereo sound, so they're just talking about the technology power in the film. Which I seem to remember there was a Game Boy, like, border in WarioWare, which had that phrase changed to, like, do not Matrix with stereo sound. You know, by 2003, Matrix was definitely a verb, in light of a recent movie or two. Oh, do we have to... What do we get up? Yeah, what do we do with those then? I mean, I'm reluctant to, because I feel bad about destroying that that shopping trolley's house. That's a phrase I said. But we'll have to... Oh, let's get the bomb. Oh, maybe it's the bomb we use for them. What is that, This might be partly a thing of doing commentary while playing the game. I immediately forget things that happened 5 seconds ago. I think that's already a trait of mine, it just gets heightened. I'm also trying to say nonsense at the same time as well. Ooh, that hurt us! Oh well, we'll take it. Ooh, got a side there as well. Yeah, on the other ones, if you take a hit, you lose a few feathers, but I don't think you can really quote-unquote die here. Yeah, a lot of these cool little secrets about it as well. This will be a fun game to go back at 100%, I think. So I'll probably do largely off-stream, I think. There we are. I really like these little challenge rooms. I always like a little self-contained little challenge in a game like this. Yeah, Java. Oh yeah, to be fair, is that on the 2600 Java? Because I know that game is on quite a few systems. That's the one with the jetpack guy going down into mine, isn't it? Yeah, really cool little game that. That's one of Activision's really celebrated ones, isn't it? And yeah, I think I've seen the wave effect you mean. It is actually... That still looks really cool to me, honestly. Ooh. Oh dear, I hope we haven't made a mistake there. I love the music in these as well. It's like, I love this little piano tune here, and I love the, I think it's I can never pronounce that. As Bulk Bogan said earlier, the 80s montage sounds and music as well. Oh, I see, I need to, okay. Oh gosh, that was close, wasn't it? Ah! That was less close. God. At least it doesn't say epic fail on that screen, like it does on other ones, indicating the player fail state. Ah! Oh gosh! Oh god! I didn't pick this through. Oops. Yeah, I played it a little bit on emulator. I know the YouTuber Metal Jesus Rocks. That's like one of his all-time favourite games. I can definitely see how it would have like it's a super impressive game technically, and it's still like it's still very fun to this day. Honestly, like a really fun little early not 3D platformer. Kind of a unique idea as well. I can't think of any game exactly like it. Like it's definitely considered one of the best of like Activision's games of that era. Well, probably all time really, depending on your tastes. I don't know, I would take it over the... I don't know, the game they did for like the 2016 Ghostbusters movie. They're still doing licensed games for a while, Activision, and they pretty much all got terrible reviews, but... I guess they were still making money. I've been wanting this for ages, because I've... This is right to the left of the, I'm pretty sure it is, anyway. Yeah, this is right at the start of the game now. Yeah, so the map really goes back in on itself in really fun ways in this. That's... Oh, that's cool, so we finally... So wait, is that altering the level, or...? As I say, so many of the levels we can alter via, doing stuff in this overworld, and it looks like only now, after like a good number of hours in the game, we can actually alter the very first level. Oh wow. I mean, if you think about the logic of some of this too much, your brain might melt, but... It's a fun, kind of warped, somewhat sensical cartoon logic, isn't it? So I'm guessing you do that, so you talk to him and then... Oh god! It's the chaos version of the levels, so I assume it's just pandemonium and dogs and cats living together, etc. Mass hysteria, all that. Right, just for a laugh, I'm going to try the impossible lair again. We're not going to pass it, because, well, it's the impossible lair, but... Yeah, no worries, Matt. Enjoy Penta's stream. I'll probably see you over there at some point. Depends on how the timing goes. There we go. So this fight with what's his name isn't too bad here. Yeah. Just have to be a bit careful. Oh, we do have our tonics here as well, so disappointingly Yooka's head is now a normal size. Very sorry about that. Yeah, you give it a go after the beginning of the game, Jara, and then you can just attempt it anytime you want. So what just happened there? Oh god, we took 2 hits actually. Because we took 2 hits, we lost 2 bees. So the bees, we got those from doing the main game, right? We rescue a bee every time we beat a level, and that translates to another hit we can take on the Impossible Lair, basically. Which I can tell you is a very... like, it's quite an intimidating way to start the game, because right off the bat you get a very difficult level, but you're not expected to clear it on your first try. Or even really this, which is our 3rd try after playing quite a bit of the main game. I think you instantly fail it as well if you, I want to say if you take a, if you fall into a bottomless pit as well. Oh god. Ah! I don't know how I didn't take a hit there. It was surprising. The nice thing is, though, this feels gentler in a way than the game we've been playing, because I don't have the googly eyes on the enemies, so... like that tonic we had on, so... they're only taking 1 hit at least, but... yeah, this is... I think we're coming up relatively soon to where I got here last time. There we go. So yeah... this does remind me of the recent Donkey Kong Country games, especially Tropical Freeze, had some really tough levels kind of set in a... oh, for God's sake! Oh no, we're okay. See, look, that's where we died last time. So we've done a bit better. So it actually looks like if we do fall down the bottomless pit, we just take a hit, basically. So the music here is definitely a bit more... oh god, that was clever. If not more intense, then certainly a bit... oh dear, we're taking a lot of hits now. But yeah, this reminded me quite a bit of some of the later Tropical Freeze levels, some of the really hidden ones. That were often very difficult like those. Yeah, we'll see how far we can get. I want to I imagine we won't properly do it until we've... I guess probably beaten every other level in the game. Or at least the vast majority of them. But I want to have a bit of fun with that gimmick where you can just tackle this level anytime you want. With the kind of assumption that we'll just lose it every time. Especially if we keep getting terrorised by a spider like that. There we go. Oh wow, yeah, there's bits with the cannons on very Tropical Freeze. Very good way. I always like that in the game as well, like where the villain is getting more frustrated at you doing well. It reminds me of the Riddler in the Batman Arkham games. He slowly gets more infuriated as you solve more of his riddles. It's a fun little kind of satisfying metric of progress. How does this work? So we go up diagonally? Or... oh, I see, we're just gonna go down after. Then we fall to our... not death, but... and yeah, it's quite a long level, this as well. I think it was like 11% we got in last time, so... we've certainly done better than that. Yeah, I think so, Jara, yeah. Ped just now played stream avatars. That's the, I love those on these streams, the cute little sprites at the bottom of the screen. I love that there's loads of Metal Slug ones in there. Ooh, he's not happy. Ooh, nice, we had, oh no we didn't. I was gonna say we had a bit of post-hit invulnerability on that, but we actually didn't. Never mind. Right, here we go. Yeah, this is really fun actually. It's a bit sad. We are gonna have to do all this again. As I say, I'm not under any illusion we're gonna do this. Oh god, ah! You see what I mean? Oops. Yeah, we can only take 4 more hits now. It's quite fun though, because they know you're in your most optimal state. You're going to be going at this with. Oh god! Wow! Oh god! Yeah, we're doing horrendously now. Look, actually, we'll just keep going up like this. Yeah, we haven't got much more fight in us, I don't think. But yeah, because they know you're going to be going at this, being able to take a lot of hits, it means they can make it quite a ridiculously difficult section. Wait, which door though? I guess we'll go middle. It's really fun though. So I guess we've got another... Not much going on there. Oh gosh, here we go. Yeah, here we are, so we're gonna fight him again. I assume this is maybe like, I don't know, a third or halfway through? I need to... Oh dear. What's he doing now? He's doing that. So we got 1 more B. I'm assuming that means we can take 1 more hit. And then maybe we'll just be back to... Oh gosh. Ooh. Yeah, so we've lost all our Bs. So I'm guessing that means if we take another hit, we either die or I'll lose Laylee unless I recover her. Oh yeah, so Laylee's gone flying there. He was really tough in the first game, this Capital B, I think his name is? The final boss was pretty tough in the first game. It took me quite a few tries as I remember. The cool thing is I can see echoes of like King K. Rool fights from the Donkey Kong Country games in this, yeah. Very good. Good choice of sound effects for this character. Definitely. So we're doing well here on account of the fact that as long as we don't completely lose Laylee or take a hit while she's flying around, we're not going to die. Because we took quite a lot of hits there. Yes, we've made a bit of headway there. More than I expected if I'm not in Malby. He does have a bit of Spice Girl energy to him, doesn't he? I say enviously. Oh gosh. Ooh. Oh god, no. No, come back, come back. So what? So we... Wait, how do we... So wait, do we keep sliding, or... Let's have a look. No, we can't crawl. Come back, Laylee! Laylee, no, please don't! Oh, Laylee! Okay, we're dying soon. I don't know if there's a, Oh, good. There it is! I tell you what, actually, I'm going to be right back and I'll leave it on that screen because that's quite funny. Even though it is a bit, I said this last time, it's a bit how do you do fellow kids, isn't it? Say an epic fail here, but... Yeah, that's, your belly knows what's up. We're kind of leaving it in suspense because I really want to know how far percentage-wise I got into that, but... Yeah, I'll quick toilet break and refill of the drink, and then I shall be right back. Back in a second.
Come on, forward motors.
The color of infinity inside an empty glass. I'm squinting my eye and turning off and on and on and off the light. It's for this experimental film which nobody knows about and which I'm still glass. It's for this expanse.
Yeah, this is DJ Professor K, baby, the master of mayhem, know what I'm saying? Bring you another Tokyo Underground pirate radio broadcast from Jet Set Radio.
And I'm Dr. Robotnik. I appear today to drop the historic beat.
Hold your butts. It's time for Jet Set Classic. This track ain't seen the light of day in close to 10 years. Once I dust it off a little, I'm gonna let her rip. So listen up.
I mean, it's alright, I'm letting the songs play for a bit and then skipping to the next one so everyone gets their song for a bit. Was this Star Trek fight music? Oh, that's quite fun. Being a bit cheeky, having a pot of joy Cadbury dairy milk yogurt. Guys, I've truly succumbed. I've started counting calories, like on food that I buy now. It took me a while. I didn't expect to get to that point anytime soon, but I'm looking at like how many calories you used to have for a meal and such. I guess it is a reaction and an acknowledgement of the fact my metabolism is no longer that of a child, so I can't get away with just eating junk constantly. He says while eating junk. Oh, this is a classic one. Yeah, oh, we've all hit this, haven't we? Probably more so used in parodies, right, than like any kind of. Just looking at the. I've just noticed looking at the song name on the stream overlay. I've mucked that up a bit. That should be closing off on a bit further to the left. We'll have to look at that after the fact, I think. This is the indulgent dessert theme. It certainly has the high intensity one associates with eating desserts. Oh, Pens on Octopath Traveler, nice. I swear to Jack, because bless him, he did gift me that game. I will start it properly at some point. I will eventually start Octopath, honest. It's a lovely little game. Oh, speaking of Jeff and things he likes, got this song. It's funny. I swear I'll get back to the game in a second. Now we will get epic fail off the screen. I hope no one's watching this on like a plasma or an OLED, where I mean, I get the impression it's exaggerated, but you know there's like the possibility of a slight burn-in, even if only temporarily. Just have epic fail overlaying every single thing you watch from then on out. I feel like that'd be a good way to watch that recent Cats movie. Oh, lovely little tune this. So, sorry, I'm being annoying here. Just turn the setting on outside of the game that I might have to restart the game for. This is why people come to these streams, I think. For me to be endlessly fussy. There we go, right. Yeah, it sounds like a game you have to grind on a little bit here and there, which I don't mind if I like the battle system in an RPG. That's not the worst thing in the world to me. Okay. Let's get me right back off as well. Thanks for your patience, everyone. Oh my god, what?!
God, please, no!
That was only 29%! Oh, that wasn't even a third! Bloody hell, how long is that level? Oh god, I'm terrified. I assumed we'd be much further into it than that. Because we were there for a while, right? Oh god. Well, the stream where we finally properly attempt that's going to be fun. I can't believe that was only... Yeah. Quite. I can't believe that. I can't believe it, Mrs. Doyle. That was only 29%. Blooming heck. Oh yeah, it was Spotted Pasties. Yeah, that was on the playlist. There you go. Definitely one of my favourite songs of a really amazing soundtrack, eh? And the character it's associated with is definitely one of my favourites in the game. Oh, Pascal. I would play it over the game music if the game music wasn't so good. Oh god, this looks a bit apocalyptic, doesn't it? It's a bit apocalyptic, Laylee. See, like, even those cannons get googly eyes, and I don't think we can hurt them as far as I know. They wanted on the googly fun. See there, I think that bit's designed assuming we've, it'll only take one hit to kill that enemy. Well, we've got the goo. Oh wait, actually no, to be fair, I think maybe we could use those. Maybe we could get one of those to hit it. What's this? Hey! Oh, no, fair enough. I was a bit worried that we screwed ourselves out of going down here because of that tonic, but... Nah, we're all good. I still recommend this game, it is lovely. I know it was a bit of a point of contention how crazy that final level is. It seems like even if you get every B, it's gonna be tough. But even if you don't beat that level though, the rest of the game is still amazing. Oh god. Why do I always complicate? I compliment the game always right before I'm about to take a hit.
Believe it.
He is Tuxedo Trouser. I don't believe it. I just love this act in the platform, just like rolling and then doing a jump mid-air. They really tapped into that in this. Like that's one of the things they say often makes a good platformer, having a bit of leeway in terms of being able to jump after being off a ledge. Oh, there's a term for it, because I think it's like, it's a term named after an animal that can kind of do that. I think coyote time? I think? Although, is that named after that because a coyote can kind of jump a bit off the surface, or was that just named after Wile E. Coyote? Hovering, where he like hovers in the air for a second before he plummets down a chasm. Embarrassingly, I'm genuinely not sure. I'm pretty sure it's coyote time, that's called, where you can like jump like right off the edge of a platform, like more than you should be able to realistically. In any case, it's a fun thing in platformers. I do like. Oh, nice, we can use that for that cage over there. Unless I muck up and lose it. One kind of odd thing with this game, we are often a bit defenseless, it feels like. There's a lot of enemies at least as far as I know, there's not really a way I can kill these ones. Just kind of have to abide them a little bit. Yeah, if we pop ourselves along here. Cool. Oh, so there was a first one somewhere we missed, but that's okay. I do wish we could get that slot for the fourth topic, but I don't know if Trowser wanted 30 more coins. I don't know if that's like every other coin in the game, or if that's just... I'm hoping we could get that reasonably... We can attain that reasonably without, like, having to get every single other coin in the game. At least I assume that's what his weird barbecue he's promising will involve. That's a curious thing, that. There we go. I think with that one, you're probably meant to destroy that via a cannon, but we just kind of cheesed it. Just by, taking a hit and then, oh, might muck this up. Can I jump on that? No, definitely not. Actually, I'll tell you what, was there a... Ah, fine. Yeah, I'll look that up. There's a box up there that I could have gone if I hadn't killed both those enemies. Never mind. Oh, and I also mucked up being able to get that feather as well. Oh, we're doing well. I'll tell you what, let's just, so I don't think we lost any feathers from that, so I think it's just every once in a while you can die without too much repercussion. So we can't get that feather, but we can at least get, or at least try to get that. There we go. Although... Is something we use this on? Or... Oh, there's one there anyway. Oh. That wasn't terribly consequential, to be honest. Wasn't worth dying over to try and get that. Oh well. So what game have we all been playing this week, if any? Please, aside from losing the bat again. Do tell. You've been playing more Fallout, Joa. And Cricket, I saw you said in the emulation thread you're playing SNES stuff on 3DS, homebrew. Which is really cool, because you said you were doing that on regular 3DS, not new, because I understand for a while, I mean obviously officially they didn't do it. I understand that they hadn't cracked solid SNES emulation on regular 3DS for a while. But I think you said, didn't you, there was like a particular branch of SNES 9X you could play on 3DS, the regular 3DS via homebrew, that would work well. Oh nice, that'd be a good way to play that. I know PS1 emulation, I think, is at least on new 3DS is meant to be pretty good. So I don't know about regular. I'm not sure how that generally goes in terms of the. So I know the new 3DS, it got a bit of a hardware boost, didn't it? Yeah, it's got to be pretty wild playing like Symphony of the Night or Final Fantasy VII on a. Oh, good. Yeah, it's got to be pretty wild playing those on a. 3DS. It's got a good resolution for those actually. It's just probably not. It's not really that much higher than the PS1 resolution, really. So I think you said you were playing that in Pixel Perfect mode, didn't you? The SNES emulation. Because I've noticed with the official SNES emulation on new 3DS, that's technically not like the correct aspect ratio, but games still generally look fine like that, or even, I'd argue, more correct in a few cases. Because otherwise you kind of have to blur the pixels to... It's a bit weird to explain, you have to like blur the pixels to otherwise have it accurately be like the original aspect ratio, which is the only option you've got for official NES emulation up there, which sucks because that doesn't look very good. But well, yeah, like in the Pixel Perfect mode, it's really narrow, isn't it? It's a bit of a skinnier look. But it's not like to the extent that like stretching like 4x3 to 16x9. It's not as egregious as that. But yeah, as I understand it, like the raw SNES image, like the resolution, with just the square pixels, it's quite it looks quite skinny. But then the way a CRT would display that, it would kind of stretch them a bit horizontally. So you just kind of have to assume that's the intended look, but then you do get games where you'll get things like a circle that looks too wide on that original wider aspect ratio. It's I've probably talked about it before. It's one of those things that can drive you mad if you spend too long trying to kind of discern it or decide how you should handle it. Speaking of things that can drive you mad, this section. It's been wild because this is just the first level, like an alternate version of it. But they've obviously designed it difficulty-wise with the idea that you'll be doing this much later. Because we've only just unlocked this alternate version of the first level now. And I need to... What? I went right over her! Oh gosh. I thought I would have been in range to get her from that. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I do kind of need... Oh, I'm so sorry, Cricket. In a lot of cases, I'm fine with the just the pixel, like even on, like say, on RetroArch, when obviously either option looks that sharp once you have a high enough resolution for it. Ah, damn it! There we go. I really can't lose Laylee for this next bit. Alright, tell you what, screw those feathers, we're ignoring them. There we go. Sure. Sure. We'll take that. It's just getting fun to get out of there. We definitely missed quite a bit at the end there, but that's okay. Army of 26, apparently. Can be cool. I don't know if any of those are puns or... well, no, they are puns, sorry. I mean, I don't know if like those names are references at all. Maybe they're like platonic development stuff. I know Rare often have a habit of doing that with games. Yeah, I tell you what, it's going to be a while before I attempt that impossible Lair again. I'm kind of dreading it now that I have a better idea of how long it is. Gosh, I did not expect that. What do you think, Queen Bee? It's her first week as being queen. Oh gosh. Not as bad as Leon Kennedy's first day on the job as a cop, but still pretty unlucky. Oh no! There's an "Are you okay" option. You're okay, Queen Bee. You're alright. It doesn't really respond to that. Yes, yes. Look, we've done all this, yeah, so... There's a bit of ukulele lore for you here, yeah. Talk of Infinity Inc. Not a gauntlet. Ink. There we go. We'll be on the test later, kiddos, so make sure you brush up. So we'll pop over here again. I think we'll probably go to a similar time tonight as yesterday, maybe just for like 20 more minutes or so. We'll chip away at this slowly. As I think I can maybe at least get one more stream in this week. I'm not completely sure about the weekends. Might be away for I'm glad to see on that. But I imagine I'll be able to get at least one in either tomorrow or Friday. If not, maybe both, but you'll forgive me for not being a bit more concrete on that. We'll have to play that by ear a little bit, I think. I'll keep this all the same. I might start taking the googly eyes off, because I think in some cases that is getting very difficult only having enemies having 2 hit points. Sure, because it does help us with the quill multiplier, as I say, but... So what does that accomplish? Let's get up to that. Oh, is that like a... Oh, nice! That's quite cool, because we've mainly, if not exclusively, seen those bouncy flowers in the overworld, but... right before I threw that, I finally recognised what that was. It's a nice little touch. Yeah, no, I mean, I might not be on tomorrow anyway, Joe. I might be, I'll see how it goes. Yeah, no worries at all, man. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight, regardless. Nice to be back to streaming, at least seemingly regularly for now. So there might be a... it might be a case I do one more stream this week, and then there's a bit of a gap again, but... Like, all the family that were down at Christmas and such are home now, so... Hopefully, unless anything comes up, which is always possible, I should be back to like a few streams a week now. If not, like, maybe like 5 in a row like we sometimes do, if I get really obsessed with the game. Well, it's kind of happening with this. It's a very cozy game to start the year off with. But I think I'm going to, for whatever game I get into after this, I was going to put a poll up for it on Twitter. The tricky thing was the list was longer than 4 games, to be honest. I was thinking of going to next. But of course on Twitter you can only have a poll of 4 options, so... I'll have to narrow that down a bit, but a few fun ones. And Half-Life 1 was one of them. Oh god, what? I've wrote these down. I went through so many. I think Yakuza Kiwami probably is. So even though I didn't finish 0 that long ago, I obviously played most of it like the year before last and whatnot, so I'm probably happy to jump into Kiwami fairly soon. Oh, I thought we'd bounce on that. Pasties. One day, my friend, one day. I promise I will play Sekiro eventually. I mean, I do have to own it first, but it's also a game I might wait until I maybe upgrade monitor and probably graphics card on. I've got a few games like that. It's sort of it's one way to kind of designate stuff in the backlog and whatnot. I think I've got Devil May Cry 5 and Resident Evil 2 in those categories as well, but to be honest, Devil May Cry 5 has been so cheap lately. I might go through it and just do it on my monitor and, like, overclock to 74 Hz. I'll probably be quite happy with that. Because it's what I would have thought it'd be nice to, like, play on, like, you know, a monitor with 144 Hz and all that gubbins, and graphics card to match, but it'll still be really nice at 1080, 70. I mean, it'd be fine on like, you know, like the base consoles, you know, this is me being fussy, but... And to be fair, Devil May Cry 5 is the kind of game you could replay anyway, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm a big Capcom fan, but I still haven't played Devil May Cry 5 or the Resident Evil 2 remake. I will get to them in time. I'm happy they're remaking RE3 as well. Yakuza Tsunami. You know, the amount of Yakuza games they make, I feel like that could easily be on the cards, like some sort of disaster movie style Yakuza game where the entire areas they're in, I can't remember what they're called, embarrassingly, like they just get flooded. It'll be like Waterworld with Kevin Costner. I'd buy that. Yeah, so I think I'll like Half-Life 1 next, Yakuza Kiwami maybe. Oh god, what else was on that? Maybe Shenmue 2, although... I might wait and see if someone does a texture pack for that, because I don't think there is really one for it. Although I can still play with the original textures, it'd be fine. But I know someone just recently did like a really high-res texture pack for Shenmue 1 and said they might do it for 2 as well. Well, I would like to get maybe both Shenmue 2 and 3 done this year, so... Maybe I shouldn't delay Shenmue 2 too much, because I'll probably have a bit of a gap in between them. We'll see, we've got quite a few options. Oh, I think as well, Snatcher on Mega CD, for those of you who know that one, one of the games Kojima made right before Metal Gear Solid. The really Blade Runner inspired, kind of point and click adventure game sort of one, with really amazing presentation. When I say Blade Runner, I really mean it, like it's pretty blatantly inspired by that. I like Blade Runner, so it's good by me. Oh, cheers, Cricket. I know there's ones for like Rio's jacket and whatnot. I mean, that is me being...
I'll look for some.
That is me being very fussy, honestly. I'd probably still happily play it. I mean, played through one with the blurry textures, and the voice acting was still amazing, you know, so... Still so delightfully Shenmue, so... Yeah, I should be hearing impressions from my middle brother now that he's got the PS4 with Shenmue 3. He'll, I mean, we all played the Shenmue games back in the day, although I think I'm the only one who didn't finish either of them at the time. I finished one, of course, I did that on stream, but hopefully 2 sometime this year. Oh, right, Craig! Oh, sorry, that's me being... Oh, very good. Oh, I should have caught on to that. No, yeah, you don't actually have to, don't worry. There's no pressure, since that's... I mean, I've looked for them anyway, don't worry. Hey, do you know where I might find some texture packs? That'll just be like, moddb.com, you've got it bookmarked, mate. Thank you. I'll be next to the kid who's pestering me for 100 yen so they can get something from the capsule toy machine. Oh, see, I've kind of wanted to play Shenmue now. I'm remembering all the stupid things about it I really like. I mean, I'll do that at some point as a laugh, you belly. Maybe if I stream on... Maybe if I stream on April Fool's Day, I could do like that and Superman 64 and some other ones. That'd be quite fun. I mean, speaking of texture packs, I've said this before in here, but I've got a upscale texture pack downloaded for Superman 64. So we've got to get that going at some point. Oh yes, this was the, I think, sign pointed to this bridge earlier. Oh no, maybe not actually. Oh. That's quite cool, isn't it? So does that change the level? Oh yeah, so because the bridge is gone. I love how creative they get with the what you have to do on the overworld to affect the levels. Half-Life Alyx would be a good April. I'll get on it. I'll ask my definitely existent contacts within Valve to help me out on that. So if I do that, does that? Oh, I see that. That's us. Ooh, never signed that. I got off you lot. I skimmed through that too quickly. Search for a suspicious streak. Yeah, quite a few of those signs are giving out. The hints are getting a little more mysterious, so we'll keep on our toes, trying to find those. Yeah, I mean, I've never actually completed a Half-Life game, or really even played one that extensively, to be honest. Which, I'm not going to get sent to gamer jail, am I? I really don't want to. I was going to make a joke about the inmates there having bad body odor, and then I felt really mean. It's like, Jazza, you should be better than that. Oh, I'm sorry. We destroyed their house just to get to a level. I signed up for a 52-year mortgage. Oh, life's a beat. Ah, you're not the first game to get to that pun. I think there's a PS1 platform. I think even one of the Crash games or Croc 1 that has that as a level name. Oh. Oh god, that's a line definitely influenced by current housing market prices, isn't it? Particularly in the UK. Well, I think I read they got a little better recently, like only slightly, but still not great. Might have misread that though. Oh yeah, I could do it as a Twitch poll, couldn't I? I didn't think of that. Yeah, I mean it's too late because I'm gonna be. This is the last level we're doing tonight. But I'll look into doing that actually. Yeah. Yeah, maybe when we have like 10 viewers in here again, do that. See what people want. So I see we can have more than 4 options on that. Oh, sorry, Joe. I only just saw your earlier comments. Yeah, I played a bit of Disaster, only a tiny bit. Both on the original hardware and a tiny bit on Dolphin as well. It's very likeable. It's, funnily enough, we mentioned Devil May Cry earlier. And it has, I think it has both, like, Dante and I think it's Virgil? I'm pretty sure, yeah, so like his antagonistic brother as well. Like, it has the voice actors for both of those in it. I think I've only seen them in reverse roles, so I think Dante's voice actor's playing the bad guy and Virgil's a good guy, I think I'm right in saying that. Ah. Lovely, we'll take that. And yeah, it's quite a janky old game, Disaster, but it's got its heart in the right place. Done by Monolith as well, the Xenoblade people as well. And then famously, not very positively talked about by Reggie Fils-Aimé when asked why it wasn't coming to America, because I think he was very impressed with like the aspects of the production values of it. Which I could probably see, but you know, I would have been I mean, I remember it was one of the first games they talked about with the Wii. I remember they had like a teaser trailer for it at like the first E3 of the Wii. Along with Project Hammer as well, you remember that one? at least Disaster actually came to market, unlike that one. Oh, nice, Jara. I remember wanting it when it came out, but I never did get it until, you remember, like, there was a point where it looked like Game were closing up, so they had some really cheap sales. I think this was, like, maybe 2011 or so? Maybe a bit after, maybe a bit before. But I got some really cheap Wii and 360 games for that. I remember, like, Disaster and, I think, like, Battalion Wars 2 and won a couple of those. They were, like, £2 each. I think that's also where I got, like, Dodonpachi, a bullet hell shooter on 360 for really cheap. And of course, Game are still here to this day, so they obviously got out of whatever mess they were in. Oh gosh. That was a bit weird, I didn't get out of that properly the first time. God, yeah, the music in this is, it's taken us to places, isn't it? Oh no! Yeah, it's a sad story, the development of Project Hammer. The team kind of got screwed over a bit. It was that American Nintendo team. The one who just got kind of banished to making Mario vs. Donkey Kong games forever. But to be fair, I like those games, but it's like, God, let them do more than one series. Which I mean, they've kind of co-developed some stuff, or like worked on some like ports of games and such, so it's a bit more varied at least. But if I recall, I think they lost loads of staff during that Project Hammer fiasco. It just wasn't. They just weren't able, that game was just mismanaged, it sounds like, and such. And they wanted to retool it into I think it was Wii Crush they wanted to call it. To be fair, if you look at the original start, it does look quite dated, it's a bit sort of... I remember finding that really interesting with the Wii reveal. They seemed like they were really going for, I guess at the time, what you would call quote-unquote mature-looking games, between that and Disaster. That's not really how things played out, and to be honest, I don't really mind that. But that seemed to be a weird focus there, I'm sure if you look back at the Project Hammer, it's a little, I think, grey is the predominant colour, you got an angry-looking protagonist. In a fairly, at least for the time-ish, realistic-looking city environment. But still, it's pretty unique. I mean, God knows how well that would have worked with the Wii remote, the hammer swinging. Might have been more suited to Motion Plus, I wager. But yeah, I do remember wondering where that game went after a while. It definitely showed up a few times. For the Wii Switch app when they get, or for the Switch Wii app when they get to that. Okay, so how many years would it take them to get to that? So it'd be N64 this year. Assuming that's where it would progress, which it obviously isn't, but... well, I mean, we'll see. I guess we'll see on that front, but... So then GameCube 2021 and then Wii 2022. It probably won't be that, will it? But... hopefully we do at least get N64 on there. Especially if they can render them. I'm hoping they could render those at, native res, both 720 and docked and 1080 docked, but... we'll see on that front. Either way, I'd love, portable Mario Kart 64 and such. Yeah, Retro Studios is another puzzle, isn't it? I remember reading rumours there were problems of mismanagement there and whatnot, but... yeah, God only knows that... it's so strange, I mean, at least we are eventually getting Metroid Prime 4 from them, but... it's such a shame. I was really hoping we'd get something in between Tropical Freeze, and certainly by now I would have thought. It was so weird, there was that rumoured Star Fox racing game? people thought they were working on, which now it turns out might have been that racing mode they added to Starlink, the Ubisoft game, where they add Star Fox characters on the Switch version. God, it's always fascinating to try and delve into this behind-the-scenes stuff, isn't it? Always gets the imagination going. Who's it? Duly noted. That's what Project Hammer's release schedule did. Did the Sonic R song. Just ran away. Indefinitely. I didn't quite do it fast enough, but I don't know, at least we survived it, I guess. Ooh, here we go. I said this would be the last level, but I could probably happily do another one, to be honest. We'll see. As my theory, I don't know if people kind of... I think a lot of other people mention this as well. I think it is just that it was that Starlink game. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know what would have made them think it was... I'm not sure what would have made them think it was retro-related, but... I tell you what, we're gonna treat ourselves. This is another really clever way, like just the tide way the level changes in the overworld. It's whether the tide is in or out that you either get the regular version of the level that we just did, or the tide comes in. And now it's the tidal version. That's so clever. I'm just so sad we had to ruin this our friend's house here to get there. Yeah, I think I'll do another, assuming we can get to this one easily enough. Do one more level. If we can get here. I need to raise the bridge here somehow. How do I do that? So I was thinking then just leave the alternate version of these two levels we've done on the upcoming third one I'm gonna do. Just leave those until until the next stream. Oh, we need to get up there first. No. I've enjoyed a lot of this Mario vs Donkey Kong. It just must have been like doing the same kind of sort of small scale just doing the same kind of small scale puzzle games forever. Must have just driven them mad. That series did take an odd turn as well, but I did like the Lemon Z style games on DS. I remember they got really satisfied if you went for like the best ranks in particular. The drumstick lolly with every coffee. Yeah, I would like to stream Hylix at some point as well. Yeah, that was, again, thank you for gifting that. I really like the weird art style of that game, yeah. As I'm a bit impulsive with what I do stream, but I will try to stream one of the games you gifted me at some point. Again, thank you for that. That one does seem very cool. So I can't really... I don't know, I try and keep my streams quite impulsive, I mean just make them a bit as anxious-free as possible for me, but... I will try and stream that one at some point. I think I saw how long to beat, it was like 6 to 7 hours, so... I could maybe do that one in a few streams. Yeah, I don't know how I raised this. I just want to do this level quickly, but I don't know what I got. myself in. Actually, that's probably something that the you know, those pages or pages, as they call them. We probably need to like do a challenge room with one of those. What do you think? Go outside, cross the river, go south, stop at the water's edge, go west till you hit the tree, go north to the water's edge. Oh god, I probably won't remember that. I'll just try and find a starfish somewhere. Oh, 3 hours! Okay. Yeah, the art style of that game immediately grabbed me, I'll tell you what, it's pretty wild. I'll just keep going down here. Because I think I saw it was made in RPG Maker, but it does not look like any RPG Maker game you might think of. Okay, so what was it? So did they say we'd go down here until water's edge, but then so maybe down this way? I think it was like go west here. Oh, it's too late for me to take in instructions, really. It's like go east to the where the starfish was, and then go. Is it maybe just up this way? Nah, it's probably very obvious. I'm just being dim and inattentive. I'll see if I can find, as I say, I assume there's probably a pagey somewhere that affects the puts the bridges we so desperately need here up. I don't know where they are. Pagey. We've got a lighthouse there, kind of interestingly. Is there and a trolley all the way at the top. What's your story? Oh, Kraken! Very good. It's on display in the German museum. Why am I not on display in the German museum? I feel left out. No, that is really cool though, fair play. Yeah, maybe that's something we unlock a bit later. Have we got any other levels? Oh, there's that one up there as well. Let's see if we can get to that one quickly. If we can't, I'll probably just call the stream here and now. Yeah, to be honest, my room has still gone quite warm with the PC, just less warm. So that's fun. Yeah, oh no, we... Yeah, not immediately sure. Maybe down that way? Although, was that a border? Let's have a quick look over that way. We might not come across anything, but... I'm getting a bit tired, so I'm probably not going to be deducing anything especially in depth. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's great. Good on your mum. Oh, cool Spyro figure. Oh, there we go. So many of these earlier levels we still haven't done the alternate version of.
Hello. Hello.
No, thank you for doing that, Cricket, anytime someone's going off, so make sure I don't miss them. I have noticed that, thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, we're going off quite soon anyway. Thank you so much, Shara. Take it easy, man, and all the best. Good night. Oh, we have found something here. Yeah, good night, Jara. No, I didn't notice this sooner. Oh, that might be why. Oh, that's quite clever, actually. I think we have to... No, we don't. Okay. So we do that. No, we don't. Yeah, I think that's what we're meant to do, just better than the light in it. There we go. There we are. Lovely. Wait, no, have I been here? No, I think I have been here, actually. No. So yeah, probably not too much we gained from that. Yeah, I think we just treaded over ground we've already. Still quite a bit of the map we haven't done, eh? Yeah, this bit's quite cool. This is like this is meant to be sort of the opening area from the first game. Like that's kind of the opening structure you start on. As I say, I would pay good money for Yooka and Laylee towels in that style there. They're great. Alright, let's have a quick explore this way, although I don't have much faith we will find what we're looking for. We'll try though, certainly. Maybe it is See, that's weird, that's a clue about scratching your map. Oh wait, oh, that's clever. It was something that we just had to highlight on the map and then press the accept button. I mean, it's only a tonic, so it's not going to help us yet, but still. It's quite fun. Yeah, I just have no idea with a bit troublingly, I don't know immediately how to progress either in terms of where we're going next in the map. I don't know if I just need to clear more levels. We can pop up this way. We'll try to. Yeah. Might be a bit sacrilegious. Can we burn those trees? Don't do this at home, kids. Or in any forest, really. Oh, wait! There's a polyfin on the... Oh, look at that! I was like, wait, why does that tree have a handle? Is it a GameCube tree? It have a handle. So good. Here we go. We'll take that. Don't worry, my faith is sort of restored.
That's a good question.
This isn't really what we were trying to do before, but we'll take it. Oh, I love the music here is so cozy, isn't it? Lovely bouncy music to accompany the terrorizing of local wildlife. It's so swell. You're gonna make some hedgehog stew today? Oh, I thought that's what you were doing with the oh boy. That's still very good though. It's the most inspirational segments of paper accomplishing good things ever, isn't it? Gross. I love that voice. That's like me reciting the alphabet. I can listen to that all day. Very good. Do we have to... Yeah, I really like the balance of how long you spend in this overworld versus the main levels. It's a risky decision, because I can imagine some people only want to play the 2D levels, but I think it works out very nicely. It doesn't feel like they're that far removed genre-wise, anyway, from the 2D levels. Okay, here we go. So we're finally in this area of the map. Just because of like a concealed handle tree. Was that line, you freed our vermin, you vermin? Sorry, I shouldn't be skimming through the dialogue as quickly as I am. Oh, I didn't realise that was water. I thought we were meant to like freefall during that bit. Fair enough. Oh dear, can I? No, I can't. Fair enough. There we go. With the shit player do... give me a second. With the ship player do... Oh god. Oh god, oh blimey, oh goodness. With the ship player do that? And keep their calm the entire time as well. Just gov. Oh. Be kindly. Oh, they have fireworks this time as well. I mean, that's... I mean, we could get up here before anyway. I guess it just means we can do this switch now. So that turns the world upside down then. So I fancy trying the upside down one actually first. Let's do that. And then we'll definitely call it after this one. I don't know if I would have kept playing if I knew how long it would take us to get to a new level, but... no biggie, we're here now. So let's get to that level. And then finally call this through. Ah! I'll try to. Can I spin? Oh, I can probably spin that, can't I? Sort of. To help. I guess go through this way? Ah! We'll try to. Oh wait, just try and get him through there, isn't it? Oh god, I've been daft. Oh, I see that. Okay, so we need to coordinate these. Oh god, I'm not very good at things like this. He says, but then he lucks into it. We'll take that. Cool. Yeah, sure, put painted on. We stick, we'll turn the ukulele, we'll turn the ears fin off. Oh shit, sorry, hold on. Let me, I need to buy it first. If you give me a quick second. There we go. So it's weird, you do unlock the tonics, but then you do actually have to buy them with quills, but it's okay. Is painted. I'm curious what that'll look like actually. There we go. And cool. See what that looks like. Tonic Trouble. I've never played Tonic Trouble. Okay, so we'll keep the big ears on then. Well, mind you, I would like the quill multiplier to be that. Now, if it's alright, we'll keep the. We'll have to turn the big ears off. So I could get 1.5 quills, basically. That's not immediately noticeable, really, is it? I guess I can sort of see. I think there's just sort of like a shading on the. I think I expected it to be more of a mosaic, sort of like how the backgrounds in Zelda Skyward Sword work. No, I never get to that so much. Yeah, at a glance, that doesn't look that much different, really, does it? Ooh, oh wow, oh god, okay, that's killing my frame rate. Oh wow, oh hello, bloody Nora, Jesus. I definitely can keep that on. Unless we like lower the resolution. I assume that's what's doing that there. Anyway, yeah, like drops pretty bad there. Take that off. I tell you, we could put the big ears back on then. Yeah, I can kind of. It's not as. I think it's just more that it affected textures, wasn't it? Yeah, no worries, pasties. Thanks so much for tuning in, man. Good night. I'm glad to continue to enjoy the Uncharted, man. But yeah, I'll keep in touch, pasties. Thanks so much. Good night. I think there was a difference. I don't know if that's maybe placebo on my behalf. I think there was. But yeah, that's the funny thing with some of the topics. I guess they're... Perhaps if I want to try some of them out, I need to lower the resolution a bit. And not that happened either. Oh, nice pasties! God, you're getting a good start on those 20 platinums in 2020 that you wanted to do. Good on ya. Oh, come on. Let's be a bit more patient with these. God. But part of me was like, no, but I think we could still make that jump. That's the part of your brain they call the stupid part of your brain. Don't listen to that part. Even if it's the entirety of it. Oh god. Oh well, we lost that bomb. We're not losing frames here this time, so... Oh, we didn't get the coin there, though. Oh, there's... Oh, not coins, just feathers. Oh, we can, It's a bit of a shame, but we can, take that hit. Not so much that one, though. Instantly lethal, jello. Oh, really, Ubalian? I don't think you would have had any for Uncharted 2, or... well, not 1, obviously, for multiplayer, but... Well, I should say he's playing the PS4 versions of these as well. So I don't know if they've changed something on that front, maybe. There we go. Nice. It's looking a bit better for this. Right, let's... for God's sake, Jasm, start taking your time a bit more. Especially over poisonous goop. Let's just use that on that now. Really? I just hope we didn't need that bomb for a secret. Before the single player servers go offline too. I was gonna joke, well at least it's not that last SimCity game, but I think they did eventually let you play that offline. The most recent SimCity. Thank you for giving us the privilege of that, EA. Yeah. Cricken. Yeah, they ran those for a while. It's only very recently they closed those. I was shocked to see that SinStar servers are only... I think they're either about to go down or they have gone down. Like the servers for SinStar on PS3 and PS4. Bloody hell, that's a difficult bit there. Yeah, it's a difficult bit to do elegantly though. Ah, god damn it! I didn't... That's a cruel place to put spikes. They seem to be alright there. Ah, there we go, cool. I had to make a metal note not to jump there, because I probably would have. Okay, yeah, I think he just had to do a straight roll there. You Bellium! God, what time frame are we given Stadia? How long do we think that's, I mean, they're still advertising it and such, and, I was reading pretty dire things about the player count on Destiny 2 on it. There's probably not much life in that one, is there? A few people on G Arcade got it, didn't they? What would it be like to stream this? I think there's a fighting game on there. I think Samurai Showdown, the most recent one. God, that's got to be a test of the quality of the streaming tech of high reaction fighting game. That reads to me like a flex, to be honest. Like, yeah, we can do it. We can stream a fighting game here. Probably not to Evo standards, but... Oh, god damn it. It's a really finicky bit. Cool. Oh, thank god. There we are. You barely am. Yeah, not much life in them, that multi... tens of million game selling developer. I mean, it's not like they exclusively make all the money from it, but still. They'll do pretty well, I'd hope. Hey. Ooh, nice one. Let's say those. Nice jovial little tune on this level as well. Bit of a change of the... I've had a lot of really cool laid-back atmospheric tracks on this game. Nice to get a bit more of a jovial one mixed in there as well. I don't think what it reminds me of. It almost sounds a little Mario-y. Like maybe one of the 3D Marios? I'm not really sure. Well, I like this part especially. Quite jazzy, isn't it? Oh, poor Alpha Dream. Again, that's another case of, like, you had some incredible talent in that studio, like... I want to say X-Square soft people? I know people who worked on, like, the original Mario RPG, or I think, like, Secret of Mana and such. And it's lovely they got to make Mario RPGs, but then it got to a point that's all they were making, including like the 3DS ports. Or the 3DS remakes. It's like, let them do something else! Especially because those games did kind of... I think the general thought is that they did seem to be running out of ideas with like the 3DS ones a bit on them. Like, it really would have done that team good to do something new, I think. Although, whether that would have saved them from bankruptcy, I don't really know. I don't think doing like a new 3DS game in 2019 was going to save them, whatever the case, though. Oh, it does make me sad, though. Hopefully the talent there, they found their footing one way or the other. Yeah, no, I like the Mario and Luigi. And to be fair, the remakes seem quite good as well, the ones on 3DS. I didn't mind the 3DS ones, I just remember feeling like they... I don't know, they're a bit languid in their pacing, kind of weirdly. I think those games got really tutorial-y as well, like... Even for simple minigames. Like, I remember Bowser's Inside Story being like that, actually, on DS. you'd go through like really lengthy text-based tutorials for what were pretty simple, like just like a simple breakout style minigame or something like that. Ah, got that crab as a cruel boss. What is it with crab? Oh, cruel enemy even. What is it with crab enemies in games being annoying? Is that one in Metropolis Zone on Sonic 2 as well? I'm so glad they let this one like pushes you off the edge and does it over an instant death liquid, no less. So mean. Oh god! Oh, why did they put a low ceiling there? No, we're okay. We're okay. Just struggling partly because of this stupid crab. There we go. And also, the tricky thing is, because the ceiling's quite low there, I guess the trick is we have to, there we go. Just go for a bit longer. Problem is, if you box that jump, there's a chance you'll fall in the drink there, like I just did. Not very clever on my behalf. Ooh, I've seen a bit of sunlight. Certainly not seen that in the UK at the moment, so I'll take it here. Oh god. I won't take that though. I'm a bit sort of, I don't know where I stand on that. I quite like both art styles really. I think they both have their advantages and disadvantages. Oh, for God's sake. Although the one thing I don't like with the 3DS ones, they seem to have a kind of blurry filter, I think, on the sprites. Possibly by linear and all that. I'm not really sure. This is something that, like, even on trying them out on Citra, the 3DS emulator, and bump up the resolution, the sprite still looks quite blurry. I guess they're probably using, like, texture filtering, maybe. I hope someone finds a way to disable that, maybe, on the, on Citra. Oh gosh. I watched there's a really good, oh god. There's a really good, YouTube channel that goes into depth on game remakes and whether they're better than the original. I think it's called Remake or Rebreak. And he did a really good comprehensive video on the Superstar Saga remake. And it seems like it does quite a few things better than the original, and then a few things, I think he said he preferred the music in the original, I think. I know there's one thing he much preferred in the original, but he did like the remakes overall. I'm trying to remember what he said now. I know he said, unfortunately, there's like that mode where you play as like Bowser's minions, and I think he said that was pretty rubbish, unfortunately. Oh dear. Oh god. Bloody hell, this game does get tough, doesn't it? Oh god, I'm going to see that. I'll have the Tetris effect, but with that crab when I close my eyes. Go to bed tonight. It's gonna be weird. Alright, that's not gazillionth times the charm, I guess. Oh god damn it! Ah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think that's. I couldn't immediately place where that was. Oh no, I think that's like I think that's the sound of losing the jingle of losing a life, but it's like specific to one area. Because both Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3, when you lose a life in them, they do like they have like level themed specific versions of the level die song. I think that's what it is. Oh, it's either that or I think failing the bonus stage as well. It's one of those two. I'm pretty sure. So I think he did videos on like the Game Boy Advance Donkey Kong Country ports as well, didn't they? Which I know those have some cool like aspects to them, like some cool things they added, but they're also a little bit weird visually. Oh, for God's sake. Ah. Oh, Laylee. Oh, yeah, I should not be going for that feather. Because you can't jump up through that space, so... I don't know if they have that feature for, like, having the game help you out a bit on the section you're struggling. I don't know if they have that for the impossible lair. So I think that's kind of in there as an accessibility feature, so I'd assume they'd want to put it in there as well, but... I don't know how you would, because it doesn't look like the impossible lair has checkpoints. God, I won't lie, I am dreading that lair a bit, so I assume there'll be, like, attempts on it where I get at least reasonably close to the end, and then fumble it, and then, that'd be like half an hour wasted or something. Oh, that sounds right, yeah. Yeah, it sounds a bit... I can imagine that, because it sounds like the instruments they... Oh my god. Ah. Oh, thank god. Yeah, it does sound like that, actually. I can hear that. It sounds like the instruments they use for that theme park level. Oh god, this is really scary. Oh, I really need my ground pound right now, but I don't have Laylee with me. Right, let's see if I can get that. Let's just... Oh god, I can't. I don't care about the feather, just leave me alone. I mean, I do care about the feather, but I have to compromise. There we go. Oh, thank god. I forgot as well, that was the special alternate version of the level we did. So it's probably less insane in its normal variants, I think. I would guess, anyway. Alright, there we go. Ooh, we got quite a bit of the map. Oh, we got 30 bees now. Oh, my friends just messaged me saying that they're streaming the first shmup ever in a GDQ, which is surprising to me, but then it's also like, well, I guess shmups by their definition are auto-scrollers, so... I guess they generally wouldn't be that speedrun friendly. Yeah, there we go. Well, we're really down to 3 viewers now, but I'll still go and raid. I assume Pedge is still on. We got on. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll raid Nims. Actually, no, I'll raid Nick. Yeah, let's go raid Nick. I was thinking of raiding either him or Nims. I'm going for whichever one. Yeah, I just saw. Nice. I think I've played that. Well, at the very least, I recognise the name. Nick Raptor. There we go. Have I rated Nick before? I might have done. Well, whatever the case. Thanks so much, everyone. Yeah, might be on tomorrow or Friday, I think. We'll have to see how that goes, but it'll probably be more of this. I think I'll just keep streaming this until I finish it. I really enjoyed it. No, thanks so much, you always make me laugh in chat, man. I do appreciate it in turn, so thank you. Especially the Digital Foundry, replicating stuff, that's always fun. But yeah, thanks so much everyone as always. Have a good night, and raid message... God, I don't know. Fuzzy resolution. Yeah, raid message, fuzzy resolution. I like that. Brilliant. Thanks so much everyone. All the best. Good night.
Hey, Volgrim, right? The Soul Leader? Dig the name.
Huh? Oh well?